This report is sponsored by the Rogue Recap with Linda McLaughlin.
Hey, if you're looking for news you can't get anywhere else, then you're a lot like me. I started the Rogue Recap because I wanted to talk about things I just wasn't hearing. So join me on my podcast, Rogue Recap with Linda McLaughlin, anywhere you listen to podcasts. Can't wait to see you there.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver. This is 630 KHOW, Denver's talk station, an iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. Iran cementing its hold over the Strait of Hormuz, demanding that vessels give up detailed information and detour into Iranian waters before being vetted by the Iranian Revolutionary Guard. The war in Iran still causing disruptions in the markets, stocks falling once again, with the S&P deepening its losses a day after the worst drop since the conflict began. The Dow is down 334 points right now, the Nasdaq sinking 1.4%. All of this as drivers are hit with gas prices that continue rising, says ABC's Elizabeth Schulze.
The national average now $3.99. The last time it passed $4 was back in 2022. We are also now seeing forecasts for overall inflation to exceed 4% this year because of higher oil. Before the war, that inflation rate was inching closer to the Federal Reserve's target of 2%.
The House now debating the bill passed by the Senate to partially fund Homeland Security. This is ABC News. Amid multiple recent sex assault allegations, the nation's most populated state is renaming Cesar Chavez Day. Here's ABC's Alex Stone.
Here in Los Angeles, a city already did the same. Now California is renaming Cesar Chavez Day to become Farm Workers Day. Governor Gavin Newsom signing a bill to change the name of the state holiday. It comes as a late Latino labor icon is accused of sexual abuse involving women and girls years ago. Chavez died in 1993. California state lawmakers had bipartisan support on changing the name. California schools are mandated to teach about Chavez. Talks are underway now to adjust lesson plans. Alex Stone, ABC News, Los Angeles.
More than 3,000 events are being organized across the country tomorrow in all 50 states. Organizers of the latest No Kings rallies expect more than 9 million people to take part. Bruce Springsteen will be at the event that's being held at the Minnesota State Capitol. I'm Sherry Preston, ABC News.
As an organ donor, your story doesn't have to end. The good in you can live on. In fact, you could save up to 8 lives with your gifts. Your heart could keep beating. Your kidneys could keep filtering. And your intestines could keep on digesting for others. And that's not all. You can improve the lives of 50 more people as an eye and tissue donor, restoring sight and health. And you're not just helping out the person receiving the transplant. You're touching whole families with your life-saving gift. Register in minutes. Just go to organdonor.gov. You'll be happy you did. And just maybe, someone else will be happy too. Sign up today. Go to organdonor.gov. It saves lives. U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Health Resources and Services Administration.
KHOW News Time, 10:03.
Summer water restrictions apply to lawns, golf courses, parks, even Coors Field, which uses about 20,000 gallons of water a day. As for homeowners who overdo it, others in the area sometimes do tattle on them.
Neighbors, as we talked about, any Denver resident right now caught violating the new restrictions will first off receive a warning, and then there will come a $250 fine for that second violation, a $500 fine for the third. And if you see stormwater in your neighborhood, Denver Water says reporting them.
We don't have to say anything. We know.
People who want to use a hose and maybe a small sprinkler and get their gardens wet.
What's up, Tom? It is being mailed back to Comrex to be repaired.
Oh, so it's a whole unit now.
Yep.
You can go to the.
Do you have our video? Yay or nay, bro?
He's working on the phone in here. The video.
Do you have video?
Do you have streaming?
Let's see. I'm looking for it, bro. Yeah, I have it. Thank you. It's in the control room there.
And while you guys are standing here, hey, Mark, can I please have all of you guys here a week from today? It's the Rockies home opener. We are down one access unit, and we are using the other 4 accesses at this time next Friday. I need the show to emanate from the studio.
That's fine. I can do that.
Okay. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. I started Blindster in my
Yeah, I got
garage
the
over
side by
15 years
side, but
ago
it's
to
not
make
si-
custom
it's in-
blinds
it's just
easy and
showing
affordable
ugly
for
Shannon
everyone.
in his room.
You measure, you install, and
Well, yeah, he's over here with me.
plus, we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
Now he's leaving. Well, there's Adam. He was showing Adam.
Yeah,
Look at the
Adam, nice
white
to see you, bro.
furniture. You like
I
the
didn't realize you were so
furniture
ugly.
from Sleeper? Look at the. Hey, Mark, show the furniture from the movie Sleeper right there next to you.
Miley Cyrus. John Mellencamp wins the Icon Award.
Plus performances from Alex Warren.
Kehlani.
What did you just say about Adam?
I said I got to see him. I didn't realize he was so ugly.
You know what time it is?
Well, no, you're not supposed to repeat it at that point. Girl Friday's even logged in. You're going to get your ass kicked.
Oh, that's his mom, right?
Bank financing? You bet.
Uh-huh.
And floors, finished basements, windows, and doors. Done right since 1985. You have our word. Rated done right? Visit drhi.com. Thanks.
For plumbing, heating,
Gotcha.
cooling,
Good
electric,
picture,
and
Mark.
drains, think Plumline Services with quality brands like Carrier. I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino. I use Plumline in my home. Service professionals, 25 years strong. Brought a mission of excellence, character, and ethics. Castle Rock to Fort Collins since 1998. Plumline and Carrier. Turn to the experts. No phone call, no hassles. PlumlineServices.com.
Service at home, service at heart. Plumline Services.
Keep your retirement money safe at mymoneymyway.com.
Here's what's happening.
They need to end the shutdown.
New rules for the Olympics.
Would not be fair for biological males to compete in the female category.
Iran.
The reason they want to make it the others, they have been just fiendish.
4 to 6.
Friday at 4. Should social media companies like Meta be legally liable for kids getting addicted to social media? A jury in California just said yes. I'll break it down for you. Join me at 4.
Ripped off. Bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hello, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome, one and all. 45 years, the longest running radio show. Still on the air with the same host, and I got Major Marc Mager back at the studio. Major Marc Mager, set the stage here. I notice we have a new face there, an unusual common man. We give that name to our guests that come in that we love. We call them common men. We used to schedule them quite regularly until COVID, and a common man, as we would say, that we pluck them from the great unwashed and we allow them to come and bask in radio glory. And so we're going to start doing that again. But this guy comes all the way from Arkansas. Mark, take it away.
That is Brian. In fact, he's not only a listener, but a friend of the family. Him and his wife come out every year and spend a night with us on your way to Breckenridge, right?
That's right. And I got to say, though, first of all, I was your first common man back in studio after COVID. This is my second time here.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, wow. Cool.
Yeah, Tom made fun of my teeth.
He's been an angel. He's been an angel for us, too, at Walmart. He's been, that's why he's in Arkansas, of course. He's been in with Walmart forever. How was skiing, by the way, man? I swear to God, it looks like there's no snow. How was it this week?
Dodging rocks. Yeah, no, I mean,
was bad.
In the morning, you got some pretty decent conditions up high, but it got to slush down the bottom. But we made the best of it.
Yeah, okay. It sounds like the whole season sucked this year. Kevin Calkin, Sheridan Auto Tech, Deputy D to my right. Jeff Vick, Kimmer Transmission, Thomas. And then, of course, on the other side of the glass, he's missing a few teeth. He doesn't have a toe.
Yeah.
That would be Shannon.
Yes.
Yeah, falling apart bit by bit.
And then, of course, Adam answering your phone's 303-713-8255. By the way, we have 3 lines open. Get the calls in right now.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tom.
And I just wanted to say that they did a nationwide survey of auto dealer satisfaction, CSI. You know, CSI is pretty important. I'll talk about that. First, I'm going to call this VCR up, this guy, because people thought we were putting him on. He has a number of old VCRs. He's willing to cannibalize a few of them to keep one running. And we did refer him to someone yesterday. I'm not sure if he went there. So what's going on, Ernie? Tell me about it.
I got a friend who.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're not the one that called yesterday. I'm sorry. You're Ernie. Okay, go ahead, Ernie.
Yeah.
You have a friend that works on these? You have a friend that works on them?
Yes, sir. But he's not available right now. He had an accident and he's recovering. But Frank can fix anything.
Okay. Now, so do you have a VCR, Ernie?
Yes, he keeps all my electronic stuff working.
But you have a VCR?
Yes.
Really? And how? Now, you're not the one that called the other day, right? You just heard about that call.
Yes, I was listening to the call.
Yeah.
Yes.
So listen, what other old technology do you have, Ernie? In addition, what's the oldest piece of technology you have?
My VCRs are the oldest I got, but Frank, he's got 2 radios that he can test tubes.
Wow. Test tube radios, for God's sake.
Tube
this
radios.
Guy can't. Ernie, how's he in business? If you're trying to make a living fixing VCRs, I have a feeling he ain't making no money.
He's not in business. He's retired.
Okay.
His name is
I got you.
And, he just, that's what he done when he was working. And so me and him worked on the same, company.
Yeah.
And I got to know his name is Frank Vasicek. So he's Eastern European.
Okay. I have
Frank.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I can give you his number and you can call in.
Yeah, let's do it off the air.
Put
Let's do it off the air. Thank you. So we'll give his number to whoever needs it for that old stuff. What's the oldest piece of technology you own? I'm not a hoarder of old stuff. I throw stuff out. I used
for
to have
me, it's probably you.
Yeah, thank you. Boom. That is definitely going in the lawsuit. For those listening, I'm compiling a number of ageism insults, and what I'll be doing is putting it all together, and that'll be my retirement. It'll be the settlement I get from Shannon and Dragon and Mark, and not Suze. She hasn't really.
The funny part is he'll forget that he has a court date. So this is a no-win for you, Tom.
Oh, my God. Okay. Old technology, though. I swear to you, I don't know why people latch on to old technology. But what's the oldest piece? If you had to pick something in your home, technology-wise, what's the oldest piece of technology you have?
I think we have a record player, but ironically, it's not old. I think my daughter bought it in the last 5 or 6 years just to play vinyl.
There's a comeback on those. Kevin Calkin, what's the oldest technology you have? What?
Oh, probably a CD player of some kind.
Yeah, I don't even have that anymore. I got rid of my burners.
I thought he was going to say like a carburetor.
Jeff Vick.
I thought you meant electronics.
Jeff Vick.
Yeah, no, I could easily jump to tools. I've got plenty of antique tools.
Oh, you know what? Older tools, I guess you could talk about. Brian, our guest today, our common man today from Arkansas. Brian, what's the technology? If you had to pick something in your home, the oldest piece
in your house.
Yeah, in your house. What's the oldest piece of technology you have?
My wife lets me keep zero clutter. So
yep,
I've got to go. I got to, I got some VHS tapes that I can't watch right now. If anybody has a VCR I can use.
I have an iMac, desktop iMac. That's a few generations old, and it's not even supported anymore. I can't upgrade it to the newest iOS or OS, I mean. But that's about the oldest thing I have. I'm like you, Brian. I get rid of old stuff all the time. I mean, I throw stuff out.
I'm interjecting right there. He had a toolbox in this very studio.
That's right.
That had no less than 30 LPT cables. Remember the old printer cables that were this big? That fit absolutely nothing in the last 40 years.
That was
you hoarded.
That was 10 years ago.
Every kind of cable you could imagine.
Right. That was about 10 years ago. You know that, Mark? Cables, I used to keep cables in a toolbox. Now, I do keep them now, but I have HDMI and stuff, USB stuff that audio patch cords for my studio and stuff. But Mark's right. He says, Tom, these serial cables will never come back. And I threw a bunch of them away. Charles, what is your comment? Is it on technology? Oh, on old VCRs and technology. Go ahead, Charles. What's going on?
You guys are talking about old electronics and equipment and everything like that. Hell, I've got VCRs, reel-to-reels, old turntables that were made back in the 60s, and cassette players.
Really?
And receivers.
Do you actually
AM.
use them? Do you actually use all this stuff, or do you just have them?
Every day I got them. I put a reel-to-reel on. I have an hour and a half to 3 hours of music, depending on which one I put on.
Do you
there.
got shag carpet in your house?
Nope, all wood floors now.
Yeah. You know, when you think about how rapidly things have changed, I was going through some of my old consumer stuff, tips and stuff, and some of them are so old that they don't even apply anymore. I mean, if you think about it, I've been doing this 50 years, 45 in Denver, maybe 51, and then 45 in Denver, but I was doing stories on stuff that doesn't even exist anymore. Let's talk about that. What really has changed? Guys, when it comes to cars, tell me the biggest change you guys have seen when it comes to the technology and the build of cars, guys. Would you say
self-driving?
Well, oh yeah, of course. But I'm talking about inside the engine compartment. I mean, it used to be you looked inside there and there was some breathing room and you could see what you were doing. I see nothing but a plastic cowling over the engine. But what's the biggest change you guys have encountered, let's say, in the last, 10 or 15 years under the hood? What do you think?
Well, the engines are getting smaller and smaller. They're trying to get more from less, So they keep tying on to 6-speed, 8-speed, now 10-speed transmission.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it. They keep adding different gear ratios. Like you say, 6, 8, now 10-speed transmissions.
Why? Emissions.
Oh, okay.
That's solely they're trying to get 50 miles to the gallon out of it, and the technology's just not there yet.
And so carburetors, do we still have carburetors at all or none?
No, zero.
So everything's fuel injected except for obviously, we're not talking about the cars that came with carbs that are still around. We're talking about you can't find a new car with a carburetor. It's all fuel injected.
Probably 1993 or 4, I think was the last.
And when it comes to fuel injection, are we talking
cars? Like chainsaws and stuff, right?
Yep.
When it comes to actual fuel delivery, you have injection, but is it injection per cylinder with injectors, or do you have throttle bodies that feed to all cylinders?
No, they feed each individual cylinder. I mean, when they first started coming out, they had throttle body injection. It was TBI, but it's far more efficient to feed each individual hole.
1994, the final model car was sold in the U.S. with a standard carburetor. 1994. Any guesses?
Bronco.
No, but Jeep Wrangler was 1991, Ford LTD 1991. I've never heard of this car. The Isuzu Faster. Never heard of it.
Don't know.
The Isuzu
Put the word faster
well, we
with Isuzu.
We got to take this break, and then we have a lot of people to come on the line. If you want to give us a call, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. By the way, One Clear Choice Garage Doors. It is car day, so let's talk about garage doors. They come 24/7 if you need them. One Clear Choice Garage Doors. They're wonderful people. I can't say enough about them. Factory authorized for most doors. They don't work out of a little SUV or station wagon. They have a fully equipped van. They can do anything on the opener, anything on the door. When you think garage doors, think OneClearChoiceDoors.com.
The Children's Hospital Colorado Mighty Millions raffle early bird deadline is midnight tonight. Hit the road with the BMW early bird prize and exciting BMW X7 or choose $90,000 cash. You're also in to win the spectacular $3 million grand prize show home in Winter Park, featuring a stunning great room, spa-inspired primary suite, gourmet kitchen, plus bonus cash. Hurry! Early bird deadline is midnight tonight. Buy tickets now at MightyMillionsRaffle.com.
Let's talk real estate right now. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. When I tell you we have never gotten a complaint and only great reviews and kudos for Frank Duran, I'm telling you the truth. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. What a wonderful person he is. Whether you're looking to buy a piece of real estate, a home, or you're looking to sell, he can do both. They have teams dedicated to both. Frank is a master negotiation expert, actually certified, went for training. He can help you get a great deal if you're looking to buy. He can help you get top dollar if you're looking to sell. He is ideal for you. That's Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622. He sells more in a year than most real estate people sell in an entire career. Now, when we're talking about real estate, have you ever thought about being a landlord, but you thought it was a lot of hassle? You're right, it is. But Vestera has put together a program to make it doable. They hold your hand through the whole process. They actually help you acquire properties in hot markets where equity growth is strong, and they help you manage it, rent it out, insure it, even maintain it. They do it all under the Vestera turnkey way. They're going to answer your questions tomorrow morning, 10 in the morning. They're doing a webinar. Sign up for the webinar. Listen from your home or office, and you can see and hear Larry Miller, the founder, talk about Vestera. Plus, he'll take your questions. That's mybiggestreturn.com, where you can find the sign-up sheet. mybiggestreturn.com.
Girl.
That other double-crusted thing was too much.
No, let's not do that one.
Yep.
Pudge Brothers.
My jam is...
this is a weird deal. I can't order till 11.
Bubba's.
Hey, don't order pizza, brother. I'll order it in here.
Give me back my card.
What card?
What card, exactly?
Technically, Tom, your jam is turning a 30-second spot into a 2-minute spot.
Sounds good.
What? No. You're really good at it.
I'm putting you in the lawsuit, too.
That was good.
You should pat yourself on the back, or at least spend more time patting yourself
too.
on the front.
It was piping hot.
Not like that last one we got. I still can't believe Tommy's. Did they ever find the pizza?
No, it's still there. They sent him an update.
They took a picture.
I heard. Yeah, I saw that. I was watching.
I saw you guys chickened out of the Archburger this week.
That's a lot of burger. Isn't that 2 half-pound patties or 2 third-pound patties?
Oh, come on, man. Not half-pound patties. It's just like a double quarter-pounder with a different bun.
That's what I said. It is. It's a double quarter-pounder. All they did was reinvent it.
Yeah. I have ordered a double quarter-pounder through a deal, an app deal, at this McDonald's over here, then driven to the McDonald's on Arapahoe Road and gotten another double quarter-pounder.
I can talk my wife and stop it.
Because of the deal.
Yeah,
or whatever. Because I need the food. I need the
Tell them not
carbs.
to put that sauce on. It comes with some special sauce.
Is it the Big Mac special sauce? $1,000
It looks just like it.
Yeah.
And it tastes suspiciously similar. Tell them to keep that off because it overpowers the flavor of the meat itself. So there's no need for that.
He's talking about McDonald's meat, by the way.
Okay.
You want sauce on it.
You missed the lecture we had on cream at the beginning of the show.
Oh, I know. Trust me. If the first ingredient isn't petroleum, there is no purpose in cream.
Well, my mom's listening. If she finds out I'm going to stop at McDonald's, she might yell at me.
Hey, did you type the guest name on
and you can
there?
get up to
Did you notice you have
patties,
Brian as brain?
a pound of meat on it.
Oh, wow.
That's what I recommend.
That's a lot of meat.
I love that.
I'm not disputing that.
Right. You tell no lies.
Yeah, and
Why do we have two things up for empower the veterans? What is that?
It's that push we did last time. We're doing it again, and
Okay.
they just called on. There's just 2 of them for it.
It's like talking to Gary Sinise.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Dan.
All right, who am I going to block today? Who am I going to block? I see BJ from the road's not back yet. Oh, wait, I do see him.
It'd be just like you to block a BJ, you jerk.
BJ from the road.
It's
JR.
JR.
No, he gives BJs on the road.
Just like driving through Wyoming, they always warn you about getting blown off the side of the road. I want you to know once I was.
JR, I expect a very humble apology to show up in chat begging for forgiveness right now or else.
Golly. Does Suze have a safety word with you? I mean, my God.
More.
It's 911. All right, here you go.
American Stories.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Let's talk to Scott and Major Ed. We're going to help them promote their golf tournament. And the golf tournament, let's talk about what it is, why they're doing it, and how they empower veterans. The name of the group, first, it's Empower the Veterans. Explain how this works, how your organization works. It's kind of like, I've said this before, like a United Way for veterans, because you help other organizations. Is that correct? Which one wants to talk about that? Is it Scott or Major Ed? Major Ed, go ahead.
I'm coming. Hey, how are you? I'm coming in hot here from Oklahoma, and I'm the CEO and president of Empower the Veterans, and that's a great segue to the discussion. Is that we provide mental, physical wellness, and entrepreneurship support, housing as well to our first responders and our veterans and their families, just to be connected with a place to live. And with homelessness being a huge issue around the country, we want to make sure that our veterans and if a first responder needs some support in that arena, we can take care of them. But one of the things we do is we work with a lot of collaborative organizations externally as well to make sure that these organizations are part of our infrastructure, and that, when something happens or somebody needs some support, that we can have someone that we can call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and make an impact. And that's why we're raising money to make an impact for these organizations, but also make an impact for the community at large.
Now, you mentioned something that perked my interest here. It's something about entrepreneurial help. Explain what that is.
Well, one of the things that we do is that we try to get people engaged in connecting to the workforce. And I think one of the things that happens with our veterans is when they get out from active duty military service, and some of them gone to combat or whatever it may be, that what we want to do is make sure that they're connected to the workforce. And that is a very important element. One of the things we do on the entrepreneurial side of the house is that we, of course, I was hearing a little bit on the show, and real estate's a big deal for me. I actually work for First American Title full time, and then I do this charitable work on the side. And for us, entrepreneurship for here in Oklahoma and across the country is we've got a lot of real estate agents that were former military that are now embarking on the fact that they're out there doing real estate in the civilian sector. And I just think that's a great segue based on the qualities of experience that they have in the military with leadership, with, attention to detail, meaning organizational capacity. All of those kind of things really resonate in that world. And then we also do insurance, oil and gas connections to jobs, and so many other things. And if somebody wants to drive a truck, you know what? We're going to connect you to that too, because that's what we're all about. But creating businesses and creating entrepreneur opportunities for our veterans and utilizing those veteran dollars at the national level is what we're all about.
Hey, Major Ed, so people can call the organization, or veterans can call the organization directly for help? Do you actually have direct help, or do you work through other organizations?
We do both. People can call us directly for support and connection. And then what we do is also look at other organizations that may be doing a better job at some, specific focus area. And for us, it's connecting them to those individuals and those organizations, because at the end state, we can't do it all. But like in Colorado, we have my good friend Scott Broucher, and he's actually putting on this great event. And that's what we try to do, is work with individuals in various communities to empower and support and raise money for us.
Now, Major Ed, I want to give out the website. It's majored.org. Isn't that? Yeah, that's the website, majored.org. Very easy to get to. All of the information about Ed and also all of the what they do is there as well. Let's talk about the golf tournament. Either one of you, and what the proceeds are going for, and how people can sign up, and what you're asking for. Go ahead.
Hey, Scott, you go ahead, buddy.
Scott.
All right. So this is going to be the 6th annual Stars and Stripes event. We hold it in Windsor, Colorado. We run it on 3 golf courses at the same time up in Windsor. So that's the Water Valley golf courses. And we sponsor about 200 local fire, law enforcement, EMS, and veterans and active duty military to play for free. Our sponsors pick up all the costs. So, of course, we're absolutely filled already with all of the, our heroes, because they sign up early and they get everything covered. So what we're looking for is sponsors to join us. And really, that is just an incredible way to partner and support that day. And then, of course, our master charity is Empower the Veterans. So all of the funding that goes through Empower goes to pay for this tournament. And if there's anything that's left over from donations, that goes to Empower the Veterans to support all of the work we all do all year round.
So you already have wonderful 200 heroes signed up to golf, and then other people can play with them. Do you still have openings for other people to play, or do you just need them to sponsor? How does that work?
So they're sponsor players. Each team is $5,000. It comes with 4 players, and you sponsor 4 players.
Got it.
So yes. We do have that, and it's $5,000 increments all the way up to $150,000.
Okay, so if you want to be a sponsor, the minimum buy-in is $5,000. You get 4 slots in the tournament. And are there prizes for the tournament?
Yes, so everything's inclusive. There's prizes, fruit, so breakfast and lunch are included, carts included, everything's included.
Okay, how would you like people that want to sign up? When you want people to sign up their team or become a sponsor, where should they contact you?
So that's my personal number, 970-381-0352.
Okay, and I'll be giving that out again. And the tournament is actually on the 22nd of July. When's the cutoff for being a sponsor?
When we fill up, or the week before, we can take it very late in the game. We just need to have. Normally we fill up before that time, so that's where we're at. We're about like 80% full right now.
Cool. What we want are people, businesses. We have a lot of people that own businesses. Please take part in this golf tournament. This is an organization that really helps veterans. They help veterans directly, plus they help organizations that help veterans, and they also include in that first responders and police officers. Majored.org is the website for the organization, but you can also call to sign up for the golf tournament. It's 970-381-0352. 970-381-0352.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver. Denver's talk station. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. Now, impact traffic.
An accident on I-76 westbound just around the E-470 interchange clearing up, not nearly as backed up as it was early on. So there's some good improvement, certainly, as you're heading further into the interchange at I-76. That's pretty much wide open. We're checking for a possible problem on I-70 somewhere around York. There seems to be some slowing in there westbound. I-25 south coming into downtown. Just a little sluggish for us. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by the Our American Stories podcast.
This is Monty Montgomery, the producer of Our American Stories. In our next episode, we'll share the story of the Black Medal of Honor recipient who bombed his own hideout to save the lives of his compatriots. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
Imagine having a family name that's so popular in the home improvement category that you copyright or no trademark that name. Gravina's, started by granddad, taken over by his son, and then his son took over for him. I'll tell you what, it's a family affair, 65 years. They have 50 lines of windows. Why do I stress that? Well, my goodness, because if they only sell one or two brands, that's all you're ever going to be exposed to. Gravina's 50 lines, plus multiple lines of siding and doors. And here's the bottom line. Energy efficiency, no maintenance, and add value to your home with a company on our referral list 25 years. 303-GRAVINA, 303-GRAVINA, or gravinas.com.
Very nice.
Or we get free breakfast a lot with our Hilton perks. And I mean, some of these breakfasts are fucking great. I mean, omelet bar, the whole bit. And we usually don't eat breakfast. But if it's included,
then you feel like you have
got to eat breakfast. I'm going to quit cussing. I was thinking about it last night.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, then
what,
I said,
every Friday or when?
Yeah. That's like the gal who I was talking to the other day was all proud. You know, she's 13 months sober now. She quit drinking. I said, you quit drinking, and that's what you're proud of. She said, you did it one time. I do it every night. So, yeah.
Wait a minute. Walk me through that. You quit drinking because you had been drinking earlier that night?
Yeah, well, you've got to have some sort of break in between.
Right.
So
I quit drinking every night when I pass out.
You got to be able to be sober to drive to the liquor store.
Shannon quit drinking when he was playing, what was it, goat noises during Hillary?
Yeah, goat, but it was during Kennedy, Ted Kennedy.
It was Ted Kennedy?
Speaking at Pepsi Center.
What year was that?
08.
Jeez.
August of 08.
Oh, was that Obama's thing here?
Yep.
I was there.
Yep.
The Democratic National Convention. I went to that.
I thought it was ironic that the day that opened, we actually had a tornado touchdown.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. I remember it was 2 security points. It took forever to get in.
Yep.
And then we had floor passes, so we were supposed to be on the floor. The damn fire marshal shut down the floor saying there was too many people, so we had to find a seat. We couldn't have been further away. We were the top row. Catwalk above us.
Okay, so at Pepsi Center, not the Mile High thing.
No, Mile High, the football.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep.
They shut down the floor.
I was pretty much fired from here.
Yeah. We literally had floor passes, everything. My accountant was, I don't know, he had something to do with the DNC. I was like, hell yeah, I'll go.
It was a good week. It was real good.
Yeah, he was so drunk on the air, he's playing goat sounds in the middle of it.
Oh, and telling Steph.
Live on,
so
live.
Well, I remember hearing that. I remember that.
And what happened?
I thought the drunk stuff was
who came up to you and suggested you don't do that again?
Daryl Luby came and asked me to leave politely and quickly.
He asked you to leave politely.
You got to go. I'm fine. You are not fine. You have to go. He said he still feels bad about sending me home that drunk from work. Yeah.
I
don't remember getting here.
I have got a video from the Mountain Peak Computer Show from 13th and Lawrence.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably, I don't even know what year. I'm guessing 97. I was watching it last night because I was going to send it to Talib. And there's a point in there. First of all, everybody in the room, there's 4 of us. I'm hosting the show. One guy's with Microsoft. I remember him. We're all smoking cigarettes. And we're all drinking beer during the entire show, which is absolutely mind-blowing. We would smoke in that studio back then. Did a lot of people smoke, or that was just
mostly,
us?
Marc Mager.
Okay.
The guy who did the Exit Kipling, Exit Ward, but Exit the Giant
Medvex Autoplex. I couldn't believe it. I'm sitting there just smoking a cigarette and drinking a beer. Talking about Microsoft Windows 95. It's like, holy shit, have times changed?
But are bartenders still allowed to drink in Colorado while they're working?
They do at breweries all the time. I don't know if they're supposed to.
The place we were at last night, our bartenders were They weren't necessarily sober while we were watching the game, but we had a good time.
Yeah.
It's a big no-no in Arkansas, but I didn't know. I thought, Colorado's different.
It was a trip, man. God, I just can't believe the shit we would do back then. I just can't believe it. I'm pretty sure Talib. No, I don't think he was ever in studio down there. Him and Teed.
Hello, Tom Martino here, and I welcome you to the only show of its kind anywhere. By the way, waterpros.net will get you the best water to drink, bar none. And that goes along with your health regimen, right? You want good water to drink. $1,100 fully installed reverse osmosis at the kitchen sink. And let me just tell you something. No one can touch the price. Waterpros.net. All right. So dealers have these things called CSI, or customer satisfaction index. They really and truly break their backs to get good ones, and they tell customers, please, give us a good survey, because it matters a lot. It actually can make them more money if they have higher CSIs. They can actually get better allotments of cars and trucks, and they're rewarded. And in fact, if CSIs are down, they can actually take dealerships away. We've actually had in Colorado a few dealerships taken away. One time years ago, we had the worst. They were a Dodge dealer, the Fitzgerald family. I forget the name of them, but man, their franchise was literally taken away. Can you imagine being so bad at customer service and satisfaction that the manufacturer says, we no longer want you to represent us? Holy crap. So they surveyed owners at J.D. Power, owners of all kinds of vehicles, and people who went to dealers and people who bought from dealers, obviously not used vehicles. So they wanted to see who who came out the best, right? Well, guess what? When it comes to trucks, who would you say, guys, the number one dealer franchise for trucks where people are overall happy as hell with the dealer and with all of the services provided, from purchase to maintenance, repairs? When it comes to dealerships, who would be at the top of the heap? Okay. Toyota. Toyota's number 2. Toyota does a great job. But
Ford.
Yes. Now, why would you say Ford? Because of the things you've heard?
Because I think the F-150 is the most sold truck in the world.
Yes, it is. The number one vehicle, I believe, too, isn't it, guys? The F-150. I hear it's the most popular vehicle in the world. But anyway, Ford dealerships, when it comes to trucks, are considered top-notch. Toyota comes next after that. Chevrolet after that, GMC after that, Nissan, Ram is at the bottom of the heap. But that's when it comes to trucks, because what they've done is with overall satisfaction indexes, they've grouped them in categories. And as I said, it's really, really important. But guys, let me ask you something, Kevin, especially because you do a lot of more general service than Kimmer does, although, Jeff does a lot of general service for his customers. But Kevin, I want to ask you something. What's the number one complaint you guys hear? Well, I'm sure when people take a vehicle into you for the first time, or they've been at dealers, what's usually the complaint? Is it all price oriented, or are there other do you get other feedback when it comes to people?
Price is a small part. The biggest thing is the overselling, where they'll bring their car in for an oil change and they give them a $22,000 estimate for the repairs they need, or something ridiculous. They don't know where to stop. They just keep, there's what people appreciate more than anything. I mean, even if the car needs that, it's just like, just break it down. It's like, you need to just do this right now, come back in 6 months, something like that, But yeah, it's the overselling more than anything.
Now, when it comes to just basically brands and premium brands, Mercedes and Land Rover and Genesis and Maserati.
I think German cars have gone to hell, quite frankly.
Mark, you and me both.
Mercedes is crazy because it's been owned by everybody in the world at this point.
Yeah.
Didn't Chrysler own them at one point?
Yeah, Daimler Chrysler, yep.
It's a shame, though, because German cars used to set the standard. Now these guys in service tell me, and others tell me, that they become oil-leaking rattle traps at about 50 to 60,000 miles. They don't hold up. And Japanese cars used to be a joke, and now they're premium. But who do you think go ahead.
The most premium car, first of all, I'm so used to Teslas, it's minimalistic. It's so right. It's so basic, but I love it. In fact, that's all I like now. But I'll tell you this, our Genesis, that thing was as nice interior-wise as any Mercedes. We had the massage seats. It had everything. In fact, I'd say it's built better.
Absolutely. They're impeccable. They're beautiful. And you had both the sedan Genesis and then you had the SUV. And they were beautiful. I remember when you got yours around the time I got my BMW X7. And there was no justification for the more expensive BMW. Not one, you couldn't justify it at all.
But that GV80 was almost 85,000. Yeah, it's not like it was discounted.
No, it wasn't. But
what was yours?
I even hate saying it because I'm such
$110.
Yes, about $100. And during COVID, it was $112, and it was.
Oh, you were screwed during COVID. You were paying MSRP.
I know.
You couldn't. It was horrible.
I will say this. It is probably the worst purchase I've ever made. It really is. I mean, but right now, the premium brands, Porsche gets the #1 satisfaction index, Porsche, and then Infiniti and Lexus. I can't believe Jaguar is #4. At the bottom of the heap, Maserati. Mercedes-Benz is near the bottom, Land Rover. And Mark, Genesis doesn't have, we're not talking about the vehicle. We're talking about the dealer experience. Genesis is near the bottom with Alfa Romeo and Maserati.
Well, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you a big reason why. They basically only sold them through Hyundai dealerships up until the last few years. What they finally did is they told people like McDonald Hyundai, if you don't open a Genesis-only dealership, we're yanking the license from you. I remember buying one of my Genesis through Arapahoe Hyundai, and the experience sucks. They would actually charge you for coffee. They literally had a coffee machine you had to put 50 cents in. And you're buying an expensive car. But they finally have started changing that, Tom. Now when you go buy a Genesis, that's all they sell. It'll be a Genesis high-end dealer, but that's all pretty new stuff.
So, people, I'd like to know your experience. We have to take this break, and then I want to talk to Brian about something. Since he comes from the corporate world, he's here today as our common man, saying hello to us, and we appreciate him coming in. Longtime listener of the show.
We're letting him buy pizza.
Oh, good. Hey, by the way,
I was going to offer, but somebody else pulled his credit card out way ahead of me. So,
if you want a beautiful
I was going to get it.
If you want a beautiful walk-in shower with Italian porcelain imported from Italy, the most beautiful stuff you can find, and it's sheet material and no maintenance, and they do it in 2 or 3 days with a year to pay with no interest. Renew Home Innovations.com for beautiful walk-in showers. RenewHomeInnovations.com.
Yep.
Now, Impact Traffic.
Yeah, we're doing very well out on the highways and byways, not dealing with a lot. Looks like 104th Avenue on the northbound off-ramp, we've got a crash. That might be a little bit of a factor if you're up on the north end, although I-25 looks real good up there. The only slowing I'm seeing is south coming into downtown through about Spear or so. South end's wide open to the tech center. You got 270. Some slight slowing up around Vasquez. If you're heading to the airport, Pena looks good at a 15-minute commute. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by the Our American Stories podcast.
This is Monty Montgomery, the producer of Our American Stories. In our next episode, we'll share the story of an 1800 superstar sellout tour. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
You know, Mark and I love touting places that have great values and great prices. But another thing we love touting is real pitches that are honest and integrity. And I'm telling you, GreatWesternBuildings.com, you have it all. 100% American steel, direct from the factory to all 50 states. The factory's right here in Colorado. It's 120,000 square feet or 130,000 square feet. And when they say they're from the factory, they are. So if you're looking for factory direct, beautiful steel buildings for any purpose, GreatWesternBuildings.com. Guaranteed for life. GreatWesternBuildings.com. Okay, let's talk about solar. Solar is still alive and well if you know what you're doing. And Alliance Roof and Solar, they know what they're doing. They're doing commercial systems where there are plenty of government incentives. These government incentives can pay up to 90% of the cost of your system. If you're a landlord, you can put it on an apartment house or a duplex, a triplex. You can do it if you have a home-based business, you do a little solar field next to it. Or you can do it if you have a factory or warehouse. Find out more, because not only can you get incentives to build it out, but you can sell power back to the grid and make money. RedRocksRS.com. It's Alliance Roof and Solar, 303-704-2449.
Thank you.
Nothing. I had everybody in the world trying to buy it from me.
For how much?
I don't even remember. They never really got to that.
Oh.
And it all happened so quick.
Yeah.
I didn't want to give the rights up to it, but ultimately I never gave the rights up to it, but I never made a nickel off of it. It's still on our Facebook.
But it's not on YouTube anymore?
I don't know if I ever put it on YouTube, honestly.
10 million hits would make you tens of thousands of dollars.
You would think so. I didn't know how to monetize it.
Yeah, I wouldn't know how to monetize it.
I don't know. But I got a bunch of messages in through Facebook saying, hey, can we own this or whatever, and I just didn't touch it.
Dude, so what did Ford...
I was so shell-shocked when iHeart got involved. And fucking Tom, I don't know if he can hear me or not, he was out of town in California, and I couldn't get a hold of him while this is going down. And I literally have the biggest wigs I've ever heard of. Saying, we got a real big problem here. And I'm like, what did I do?
So why didn't Ford just swap out the truck instead of creating this controversy?
They wouldn't. They wouldn't even, they wouldn't do anything for him. Ultimately, after that. They did.
Oh, okay, good. Okay.
But they wouldn't. We'd been working on it for a while.
The death wobble.
You should see it, though, man. It's like... the mirrors are shaking so violently you think they're going to fly out.
F350?
Fly off.
Is it Ford F350?
Yes.
I think I can find it here. Let me see if I got Facebook on here. I almost never go onto Facebook anymore.
Manufacturers aren't very quick to solve problems.
I don't know how I search something on Facebook. You guys know?
Just go into your history.
Like my own content?
Yeah.
Search for something that you might have written in the post.
Well,
and then there is an edit little button up there, with the little slidey thing, whatever. There's an edit button, edit your search, and you say posts by you.
There are a ton of these.
You can narrow it down to that.
I mean, this is a nasty wobble.
Well, yeah, the guy you're looking at with the blackout, the blue T-shirt.
Yeah.
Yep.
But there's several...
He almost looks like he's faking it. The way
he totally looks
so
like he's
hard.
faking it.
Yeah.
Did you find it?
No, there are a ton of these videos.
So I don't know what you're saying there.
Well, there's a search bar that comes up. You enter some word like jackass.
Okay.
And then to the right of that, I think maybe you have to hit enter so it starts searching. But to the right of that in the upper right corner is that little edit icon, which is like two slidey things next to each other. And so you hit edit, and then you're able to look at posts from you. Let me see if I can do it real quick. Because that's how I'm looking for stuff all the time.
I got Facebook so long ago.
So search.
Political debate with one of my
I don't interact.
I shouldn't.
I don't post.
Name.
I should say.
Nope,
You know,
that's somebody's name.
I'll keep tabs on people, and
I think
see what they're
I
posting,
just
and
keep
sometimes
them
I'll make a
Sometimes
comment to their
Mark,
post.
don't
Like
worry
here's
about it. If
fishing.
it's not on
One of my
YouTube,
cousins
Search. There's the edit thing.
Get me wrong.
It looks like two drumsticks
And,
next to each other is the edit thing. Edit thing up in the upper right corner. You hit that, posts from anyone, then you pick you.
It just kind of snapped me out of it. I'm like, I'm off. I'm done.
I search for the word fishing, and it shows me on the deck of one of the deadliest catch boats. So, bam, there I am.
all right.
Will it be there forever, or do they...
Hey, hi, Tom Martino here, Car Day. We got a lot of people in the studio, and Dave wants to talk about his car. And by the way, you can call about anything, not just cars. Fridays, we emphasize cars, but it's not exclusively cars. He's got a 2022 Corvette. Dave, welcome to the show. What's going on?
Hey, Mr. Tom. Hey, I purchased a 2022 Corvette. I checked the history on the vet through Carfax, and they show me what they show. But I also found out that I called the state's Carson, Washington. I'm the third owner of the car.
When did you buy it?
It's got a DCT filter in it.
When did you buy it?
I just bought it about 3 weeks.
All
3
right.
weeks ago.
All right, go ahead, sir.
And the car is originally from Washington. The first buyer bought it, brand new. And at 7,500 miles, if you take it in for the service on a VCT filter, GM would do it for free because it's a $1,400 job. It doesn't show he had it done unless he went to an independent Corvette mechanic, and they did it, and they don't report. So it doesn't show anything on Carfax. And I talked to St. Louis.
What, guys? First of all, tell me what that filter is, if you guys can tell us.
I'm actually not familiar with it.
Yeah, I didn't hear what he said. What kind of filter?
BCT and a hydraulic transmission. They all have hydraulic transmissions in them. And it's a BCT transmission.
Oh,
it's got to be replaced every 3 years.
So what is it, Jeff?
Every 3 years, it's got to be changed.
It's for the control, the traction control.
Okay. So if you're not sure it was done, I'll bet you the manufacturer, if they pay for it, they'll have a record of it.
But if they're showing now, it hasn't been done at 77,500 miles. If you do it, take it in, they'll do it for free. It's a $1,400 job. And the first owner, it doesn't show he had it done. He had the oil change done, but not the tranny. And he sold it at $16,000. So the second owner bought it, and it doesn't show he had it done, and he got rid of it at $24,000. And here I am with $25,000.
So what are you, Dave? Dave, what are you asking? Are you asking if you can get it done?
Well, yeah, my driveway has a little slope in it to get my garage, and every time I get up there, it slipped a little bit. And I called my mechanic here at Corvette Connection, and he told me they all have a slip. But I talked to another mechanic, he told me that's a hydraulic transmission. They don't slip. They're always ready to go. And my question is, he wants to drop the oil a little bit and see if it's red, brown, or whatever. If it's red, let's go for it. But my question is, if I have the oil changed in it,
Yeah. Did he disappear, guys? Or
it's brand new.
All right, so Jeff.
No, I'm right here.
Okay, listen. Did you? First of all, you need to put that in there. And what I want to know is, will Chevy pay for it? Yes or no?
I honestly don't know. If they offered it for free on the first one, it wasn't done, and he's the third owner, I would say likely not. But that's a dual clutch transmission. So the DCT is what he's talking about, not the VCT is what I thought I heard. But that is important to actually change that and keep that clean.
Okay, here's the bottom line, Dave. You probably bought it as is, and you don't have a leg to stand on if you're going to try to get somebody to pay for that. And you might take a shot at it to see if Chevy will do that. Other than that, there's not much we can tell you, but it's going to be an expensive repair. If you want to hang on and ask a follow-up question, go ahead. We'll also take other calls right after this.
Hey, Dave,
Thank you.
Adam, did you want to stay on the line? I can't stop watching that Mark 8 commercial.
The what?
The Mark 8 commercial. where he goes under that steel bar.
Yeah. That's an oldie. That's a cool commercial.
My God! That is so well done and such a good looking.
Well, now I searched the word wobble on Facebook, and I'm seeing tits at concerts. Great.
Okay.
I got a customer used to have one. Yeah.
How about nowadays?
In a while.
I'd love to.
Right. Yeah.
That suspension is not a lifetime.
So you want to stay on the line? And
I understand
that is very
understandable.
Oh,
because I'm like, God damn it! I said something about Mary and I having Indian buffet. Now I
Airlines,
can't find that
compressors,
post
and the computer.
with those
Okay.
words.
Well, if you have any more issues,
But then I've ended up. It comes up in memories. Like later, it'll go. This was 12 years ago, and you're like, well, shit, that's the post I was looking for.
Well, you think it's speed, speed determines height and everything else, for aerodynamics.
Now, on my town car, I have speed-sensitive steering.
Mm-hmm.
That is really cool. Stiffens on the freeway. Dude, for the first few months...
You thought there was something wrong with it?
No, I looked down at the speedometer on the highway, and I'm doing like 94. No idea. No idea that car wants to go. That car
That's
really...
part of the problem. They make them way too smooth now.
Oh, no, it's 20 years old.
Oh, wow. Oh, really?
19 years old this month.
You're talking about your 4Runner?
No, I have my beloved 4Runner. In September, I bought a town car.
Oh, okay.
A mint town car. 2007.
It's floating boat.
Signature edition.
How do I see how many?
Yeah.
I don't know if this is
and
the
it's
right
got an
one.
air suspension.
How do I see how many?
It is the
looked at this?
V8.
Is there anything showing up?
Smoothest
These are like
acceleration
lights and
ever.
shit, 51,000
Smoothest ride
comments,
ever.
But I don't see how many.
Oh,
I don't know.
There was two. There was one with 1 million.
On
and
marshmallow wheels down a carpeted highway.
Wow, holy crap.
Oh, my God. You know what kind of gas mileage I get?
And is it Facebook? Like Facebook
So the big
short?
V8 and a 20-year-old vehicle?
Almost
Is
3
it
tons.
Instagram?
It's like 5,900.
Well, here's where I found
It
it.
can't be getting but
I searched
15 to
Death
18.
Wobble,
23 to 24.
and it comes up here.
Really?
Tom Martino.
I have no idea.
Even around town?
Yeah, that's mixed driving.
Wow.
23, 24, MPG.
Did you check the decimal point on your calculator?
I don't see like
I can't believe. And the computer on the dashboard under-reports.
Yeah.
It says I'm getting 21 something, but I like to use the same gas pump over and over again, and then I calculate from my receipt. I'm usually 23, sometimes 24s when I get a lot of highway driving on that tank. Unbelievable. How do they do that? A 3-ton body-on-frame vehicle, V8, 4-speed transmission.
Yeah.
In the 20s. My 4Runner, 17, 18.
Yeah. Crazy.
Now that too, I arm. It's got armor underneath. It's got an ARB. So I fully armored it underneath. A winch, an ARB bumper. It's 3 tons.
No
it's
idea.
every pound of 3 tons. I got.
That 4Runner is
I'm not really
V6.
worried about my
That's a
millions
V6.
of
That's a
views.
4.0.
You also have 2 drive axles in it, so you get more drag. With the Lincoln, you have one drive
axle.
Wait,
Best I ever did was
my
about
4Runner is
40,000
normally set
shares.
in rear-wheel drive.
I understand, but
isn't
you
that a single?
still have drag from
40,000.
You're still turning the front axle. It's not
Oh,
gauging the
and
differential,
that's
right?
enough to
Don't
enough
ever
to
think
notice.
it was like a day like
compared
this.
to
They're
well, not
idling.
This
The
a day
Lincoln,
like
you have
yesterday.
nothing in the back.
I posted a picture of
front.
snow. I'm like,
No,
this is what it's like outside.
Front-wheel
our
drive,
window
isn't
right
it, the
now.
town?
People are
No.
literally
Oh, no.
dying
Is it rear?
of
Oh,
snow.
okay.
Do not come to Denver.
Came with
And
Michelin.
it
thinking
hit.
Nice.
So-
I love my Michelin. I love my Michelins.
I've
People
never
are
had
like,
a
oh,
Michelin
fuck
Have you
yeah,
not?
Don't
Oh,
come to Denver.
it's all I put on my cars.
Well, they're for rich guys.
Yeah, I work at Walmart.
We poors. We have to stay with BF
Just not that much money in cardboard.
I thought we were just going to do budget then. I didn't.
Yeah, gotta
I figure if
do
you're
fun.
selling those JV premium box balers, and cardboard balers, you'd be rolling. with it.
That's my favorite. But I've never sold a new baler, and I probably never will.
Yeah.
Because the used balers, I can pick them up for
Big day tomorrow, Summit FC, inaugural home game. Woo!
7, 8, 10,000.
No?
It's a lot easier to sell it.
Well, there's that. Is that the one with the standing room only and you got express pass?
Well,
I only buy JVs.
I asked Jason if he had any sales positions open. I was going to see if I could offer you a job, but he never responded.
I would.
Holy crap!
I would definitely rep them out here through my company, but they already have.
I didn't know
I
there
think they
was
already have.
separate
There might
rooms.
have been a representation over there, I think.
I bought those.
He was actually
there
him.
with.
Order
I
online.
forgot what it's called, but there's
That sounds super
there's a dealer
cool.
rep that
Sounds kinky.
Yeah. They were actually down West Palm. Got to have dinner with
So-
my daughter not too long ago.
Stop me if I've already told you about.
Yeah, the friends of ours on JV.
1975 there. Those words don't sound familiar.
They're good people.
Me talking about the 1975 admission.
I told them what you said. We went out for.
So I was going with the
It was,
daughter.
it was her side of the family that actually started that company. We were out for her birthday, for her 50th party that night. I told them what you said. And they appreciated that.
Good.
That was cool.
He
Yeah,
deserves it.
Absolutely.
He deserves that pride. I tell my clients that they are JV's the Toyota of.
Yeah.
They're the used Toyota of used Toyotas. And everybody knows it. Cardboard. My company.
Oh, okay.
Recycles.
Yeah.
I didn't know you sold equipment.
Used equipment, I resell it because I have clients that move or go out of business, and then they need to clear out and say, "Hey, do you want the baler?" I've been given.
So I
3
pull up
balers.
right to the front. And I
But
say to the guy,
when I
"Man,
say
was
it's
hurt?
Toyota of used
He said,
balers,
"Dude, leave it
everybody
there."
knows what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Leave it there.
Sure.
That's what we're
Right in the
going
front
to
of the
Yeah.
building.
No, I'm really close friends with the
Oh
people.
no! It happens a lot.
What do
And
we
I just
say?
kinda-
5 meat.
So then I get out of the car and I go to the promotions tent with the people, and they go, "Oh, hang on."
If there's ever,
And they pick up a two-way.
if there's
They're
ever an
here. They're
interruption
here.
of his existing relationship with,
Yeah, we're here. You got to come with us. And so they're running this through the bowels, me and my daughter through the bowels of the building.
if there's any interruption
It's
in
like steam
that
and
relationship,
grease
I'll
and
be
shit,
glad
you
to
know, and-
rep the balers.
Go through
Not
the-
exclusively.
No,
I don't need it
sure, no.
exclusive.
And then we come into a room.
Because they're an easy sell.
1975, right?
And
Hey, we've been waiting for you.
when I sell a baler, it's up to a 5-year
And
contract.
so we hang out with them for just a
So
couple
I
of minutes because they got
frequently
to go
sell
on.
balers
so it
with
wasn't
zero
a long time, but
profit,
we all
just
hug
for the
and
contract.
With
high
some
five and get
accounts,
some
I've actually
pictures.
given them
My
away
daughter's
for
crying.
free.
It was great.
I have
And then
$1,200
we go
in
and
the
watch the
machine.
shows. It's like,
But I could
fuck,
write
I
a
was like
5-year
Hannah Montana for a
exclusive
minute.
cardboard
No,
deal.
I thought I was
for
going
almost
to come
that
up through
much
the
a month
stage. Holy
for
shit,
5
that was
years.
awesome.
Yeah.
It was
So,
a really special moment that we didn't.
I'd say about
Yes,
I think about a third of my JV balers have gone.
They're here. They're here. What the fuck?
And then the other one was the girl, right? Jersey girl.
Beautiful.
That's so cool.
And it's also the
Very
only used
cool.
baler I've ever put my own warranty on.
And then the later thing.
Yeah, I'm like,
I hugged a guy that was sleeping with.
Not a problem. Zero deductible, no bullshit
Taylor,
warranty.
Taylor Swift.
What do I call it?
Oh.
I hugged.
Yeah, I call it my OBS.
Well, what's his name?
Okay.
We all know.
I just have so much respect
Ah,
for that company.
Yeah. Well, glad to hear that. I mean, they're really good people. Right there in Springdale, Arkansas. It's so funny.
We also have a great brand name, Kreml.
We know System
Yeah.
Down, right?
The big 72s are Kreml.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the show, here to help you. Today is Car Day. Now, we talk about cars. We don't concentrate just on cars, but if you have a car issue, we'll talk to you. We'll also take your other problems, questions, and complaints. The number when we're in the studio live, you can always call 303-713-TALK, 713-8255, or you can call 303-MARTINO 24/7, and we'll get you on the air. This hour brought to you by Genesis Total Exteriors.com. In addition to everything else they do, from roofing to siding, gutters, fascia, decks, painting, they also do mold detection and remediation. Genesis Total Exteriors.com. Larry has a comment on his old transmission. Basically, here's what happened. He bought a 2022 Corvette, and he said that the manufacturer was replacing BCT. That's
It's
Bravo.
DCT. That's
Bravo.
No, it's D is dog.
Is it
No,
Bravo
D is in
Charlie
dog.
Tango? Is that what we're talking about?
It's dog Charlie
Delta
Tango.
Charlie Tango.
Got it. Okay. So the DCT filter in the it's a expensive job, and he said the manufacturer was covering it, but he can't tell if it was done. He doesn't think it was done on his Corvette. So go ahead, Dave. Continue. What is your question to us?
This is Larry.
Oh. Okay, Larry. I'm sorry. That's what I meant. Larry, I'm sorry. You have a comment for Dave's call. Go ahead. Now I know it. Go ahead, Larry. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that DCT transmission was specifically designed by Tremec for the C8 Corvette in 2020. And it's required by GM to maintain your warranty. to have that filter changed at 7,500 miles and again at 22,500 miles. The problem C8 Corvette owners are having now in the used market is it's difficult to verify whether that's been done or not because a lot of guys will do it themselves, and it's never recorded anywhere. So for that gentleman, two things. One is I wouldn't worry about the hesitation. They're a little twitchy anyway, those transmissions at very, very low speeds. And second of all, he may be out of the warranty period anyway. But unless he's throwing codes on that transmission, I really wouldn't worry about it.
What do you think, Jeff?
No, I probably agree with him as well. I mean, it calls for a little over 5 hours to replace both of the filters. There's actually an external and an internal. And it takes a little bit of work getting to them, and then you've got to get the temperatures right and get your fluid changed. But if he's unaware of it, similar to what we talk about any other car, just get it done, and now you know your timelines.
Right, exactly.
Tom, I have another comment on that. The GM changed the requirement to not change the internal filter, just the external one. It's similar to a engine oil filter, which can be done. And really, I tell the gentleman to shop around. I mean, in Texas here, I'm in Texas, they charge about $800 to change that. $1,400 is kind of on the top end.
Well, that's probably dealership prices as well, because the filters themselves retail for the two of them combined for almost $400.
Wow. Yeah, that is expensive. All right, thank you for calling. Appreciate it. Hope you're loving Texas. Now let's talk to Brian with a Federal Express or a FedEx issue. Go ahead, Brian. What's going on?
Hey, Tom. Got an email the other day, or actually just yesterday, and I'm looking at it now, and it says important charge payment due for your FedEx shipment.
Yeah.
Then it gives the order number.
Yeah, it's a scam.
And it says, and it's got all the markings.
Right.
Well, I want to say, but this is I did get it from Sweden. Is what's weird. And I got it was a thing for my chopper, plastic things. I got them. They delivered them. They got pictures of them. But now it says there's duties that need to be paid.
Now, wait a minute. So you're saying, let me get this straight. You truly did order something from Sweden. Is that correct?
Yes.
And what did you order?
It's kind of weird. This thing's called an alligator. It's basically a chopper for vegetables. And it broke the clear piece on top. It's a pretty high-end chopper. It's one of the best I've ever had. But the clear piece on top had a crack in it. So I then turned around and I wanted to get another one. So I did. I waited for about 3 weeks. I think overall, it was, what do you want to call it? It was delayed in shipping or something, but then it finally got there, and I got it. I'm using it. Everything's good. And now they're saying that there's a $20 duty charge.
Well, how much was this chopper?
It was the chopper itself was about $120.
And they want, I've never heard of such a thing. Who is contacting you about this duty?
FedEx, supposedly.
It sounds a lot like a scam to me, but you're saying you actually did order it. You got your part. Now FedEx is saying, why wouldn't they have told you that in the beginning? I don't even understand that.
I asked the same question. That's why I kind of called you.
And how did you actually call? I mean, not the number in the email or however you were notified, but FedEx, did you actually directly call them?
They definitely collect taxes on stuff. We bought a dog, not a real dog, but a ceramic dog over in Italy years ago. And when it got delivered, they collected a tax on it. Absolutely, positively, it's real.
No, but we're talking about a duty he's talking about.
That's the same.
It says,
that's the same thing when
your duties, taxes, and fees are due.
Tom, when you import stuff, you pay a duty. It's also called tariffs.
I understand that, but FedEx collects it. I get that, but why wasn't it on his original invoice?
Bingo.
They might not know until it's delivered. I have no idea.
And so,
but it says here. But it even says in the email. It says completing this payment online can help avoid any unnecessary delays, meaning they're not going to deliver my package until they're satisfied.
Oh, because so you didn't get the package. I see. You didn't get the package. Okay.
No, I did. That's the weird thing. I got it. I'm using it. I got it, I don't know, about a week or so back. And now I get this a week later?
See, that's the part that puzzles me. Why it wasn't collected on delivery. Like Mark said, he pays on delivery. But I've never, ever had to pay anything like that. I order a lot of stuff, by the way, from out of the country. And I've never once had this happen. So, I mean, I don't know the answer other than if it truly is FedEx, did you simply ask them why it showed up a week late?
No, I have not even called them because I'm like, this is kind of weird. I've never had this happen. And that's why I'm like,
there are so many package scams right now that I would call FedEx just directly. Just call them. And if it's due, but it sounds pretty hefty for $120. That sounds
No, the actual part, the part I ordered was only $35.
What? Well, okay, and then shipping.
I cracked. Yeah. I mean, I cracked the actual container that holds the vegetables after you chop them, and my wife wanted to get a new one, so I said, okay. So I got them. They sent me 2 of them for $35, and it was piece of cake. And then, like I say, I got the product. I got it. I'm using it. I've been using it for about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. And then I get this email, and I'm like, I mean, it's only $20, granted, but I'm like, why wouldn't they have collected that at the time of my order?
How do they want you to? How do they want you to pay it?
They want it from. Let me see. Pay now. It says, and it goes straight to fit.clearance.fedex.com.
That's
the website it comes up.
That's weird.
And it's got my order number. It's got some kind of a disbursement fee, claims duty of $455. Disbursement fee of $15 and total due $19.55.
Well,
what if you don't pay it? Are they going to come and repo it from you?
Yeah, that's what I wonder. What are you going to do? Take my house?
They know where you live, man.
No, I mean, I don't know what will happen. I mean, that's why I said I would probably pay it if I called directly to FedEx and they can look that up and say yes. And then I would just simply ask why it wasn't done in the beginning. I mean, that's all you really can do, obviously. So let us know what happens. There are so many package delivery scams going on, but this one is a little different in that he actually got one. So guys, Mark and Dee both mentioned that they're familiar with these charges. So guys, aren't they usually collected at the time of delivery or on the invoice? What has your experience been since
Mine
you both
wasn't.
mentioned it? Go ahead.
We actually bought a ceramic dog in Italy, full size. I mean, this thing was big. It took 7 months to show up, and when it showed up, we had to pay tax on it at that point. I don't know. They might not know what Colorado collects or what the United States collects. They might not have any idea until it goes through. I don't know why.
And was it on delivery that you paid, Mark?
Yes.
Okay. All right. What about you, Dee? You mentioned duties. Have you ever had this experience personally?
Yeah, I had to. Mine was actually collected by the U.S. Postal Service. I ordered something from Italy, and I got a notice in my P.O. box about it's like a postage due notice. So I went to pick up the package at the counter, and they collected, I was well under $10, and it was duty. It was like the import tax that you have to pay. So they obviously would not give me my package unless I paid, because they already paid for it.
I would think the store in Italy or wherever it is, they don't know what to charge. So basically it's left up to the shipper to impose the tax.
Exactly.
All right.
And especially in this environment.
Go ahead.
Where it changes.
In this environment where our tariffs change daily, if not more often than that.
I know. Okay. It's car day. If you have car insurance, you may want to run it by Compass to see if you can get a better deal. Or maybe you don't have good insurance and you need more. It's a free insurance checkup on home and auto, 303-996-9000.
There you go.
The Children's Hospital Colorado Mighty Millions raffle early bird deadline is midnight tonight. Hit the road with the BMW Early Bird Prize and exciting BMW X7 or choose $90,000 cash. You're also in to win the spectacular $3 million grand prize show home in Winter Park. Featuring a stunning great room, spa-inspired primary suite, gourmet kitchen, plus bonus cash. Hurry! Early bird deadline is midnight tonight. Buy tickets now at MightyMillionsRaffle.com.
You know, I won't say anything unless it's true, and I will tell you that DiscountBath.com will get you the best prices and the best value on your bathroom remodel. That's it. So just go to DiscountBath.com, and what do you get? A discount bath. Here's the deal. You can do a full bath. You can do partial baths. You can do a walk-in shower for under 10 grand, $9,888. You can do it. Call them. They love talking price. Tell them what you're thinking about. They'll give you an idea of what it will cost. They'll come and visit you, or you can just go to discountbath.com and get the ball rolling. 720-979-2322. The absolute best value, best prices on discount baths. That's discountbath.com. Hey, we've talked about solar systems for years, and Alliance has really cracked the code when it comes to commercial solar systems and how they benefit you. Some people have home-based business and they do a solar field where they get the government to pay for most of it. Others have agribusinesses, warehouses, factories, landlords especially. You can put a solar system on a rental house, on a duplex, triplex, apartment house. You can actually charge tenants for electricity, still save them money, but you make money in addition to rent. Find out more. Alliance has put this program together for many, many people. Alliance Roof and Solar. 303-704-2449. 303-704-2449.
Thank you.
I like to shop in the duty-free shop. Have you ever noticed how duty-free is a total ripoff?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, a total ripoff. You're still shopping at the airport.
Mm-hmm. I told you before, I only ever went on one cruise, and I'll never do it again. We did a Caribbean cruise. And, of course, especially like Jamaica and whatnot, all the drugs were all there and everything else.
Yeah, of course.
And everybody was told, don't be bringing it back on the boat.
And I always think
we're going to check it. Well, it was everywhere. And people were smoking and getting high and doing it. And then before we came back to port, boy, you found out exactly how many people really did get those drugs because the whole place was smoked out.
Oh, wow.
But they weren't going to throw it overboard. They weren't going to get rid of it. They were going to use it.
We were in Mexico years and years ago, man. And we were driving from Cancun down to Playa del Carmen. We had to rent a car. And I stopped in this little town, Port something. Now it's actually a bigger town, but back then it was nothing but huts, man. It was like fucking the projects of Mexico.
Oh, it says 5'3".
And I was trying to
heels, maybe.
pick up a little weed, so I asked this guy, and he's like, give me $20. And I'm like, okay. So I give him $20, and he disappears. And I'm thinking, well, there goes that $20. And Suzanne and I are sitting in the car, and a minute later, or 5-10 minutes later, he walks back up, and he's got a newspaper, and he just puts the newspaper in the back seat of the car, and he leaves. And I'm like, that's
He's ready for all of that.
So we open up the newspaper, and there had to be an ounce and a half of weed. I mean, there was so much fucking weed, it was incredible.
Wow, what a bargain.
It was crazy. But then, so we go back to the hotel, and we're there for a week, so we smoke some and stuff. But by the end of the week, we still have an ounce plus of weed. I mean, you can only smoke so much weed. And we're like, what the hell do we do with it? And back then, there was no way I'm trying to bring that back on the airline and go through customs. I've been through there. They have the drug dogs out at DIA walking around. There was absolutely no way I was going to do it. So we put all the weed in the toilet and flushed it right there.
You could have got $20 for that.
I know.
You should have sold it for $200 to the next tourist.
I know. I was terrified, though. I was
I'll
like,
bet.
fuck that.
I'll get you $20 worth at least.
Wait, that was in Mexico?
It was crazy. Yeah.
Didn't you see Midnight Express?
Sorry.
Which one's that?
That's the one where they're in Turkey, isn't it?
Yeah, that was in Turkey, but Mexico's even worse.
Okay, so
Yeah, back then Mexico was pretty cool.
American tourist got busted with drugs in Turkey. It was a terrifying.
How about in Russia?
And that was
that
amazing.
basketball player.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, but the Midnight Express that was on a true story.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I'm sure I've seen it. I'd be shocked if I hadn't seen it.
I said, if you're going to Google her, and many have, Please don't have any kids in the room.
No, but like I said,
By the way, my
telling
hair's
everybody
messed
not to
up
get
from
drugs and everything else. People are going to come up to you, try to sell you drugs all over Jamaica, and
Long time
we get
ago.
back to the dining
Are
room.
we
now.
coming back already?
They're all saying, "I don't know what they were talking about." Nobody approached me at all.
Hi, Tom Martino here, and we have a studio full of people. Major Marc Mager, who do we got there?
We got Jeff Vick, Kimmer Transmission. On top of that, of course, Kevin Calkin, Sheridan Auto Tech, Deputy D to the right of me. Then we have a special guest in from Arkansas, Brian Morrison. He's also a family friend of Sue's and I. But I'll tell you what's interesting about him, and I hope he doesn't care. They have at Walmart now private label. So everybody's heard of Great Value over the years. Well, they really stepped it up recently, and they have a new line, and that new line is called Better Goods. And it is an incredible product, but you work directly in that department, right?
Yeah, I support our Walmart brands, food, consumables, health, and wellness.
So do you I wanted to ask you, do you taste test stuff? How does one take a product? First of all, I'd assume you go, okay, we sell a ton of barbecue sauce. It's time to make our own barbecue sauce so you can make more money on the product. How does the research go into, okay, we're going to private label this, and then after you decide what the product is, how do you decide who's going to make it and stuff like that?
Well, I'm a systems guy, so I don't know all those details, but I do know we have a huge group of very talented product developers that are just really supporting that. And they do a lot of analysis and stuff on the upcoming flavor trends and different things.
Do they sit down and do you guys actually try stuff?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. We actually, we have what's called a Culinary Innovation Center. And we run different, daily we run sensory panels. And so they're doing different samples. And, a lot of our associates come there and get free lunch.
Ooh, by the way, I've been reading up on Walmart. It is such a fascinating story. So he started in 45. This is Sam Walton, and he had a store, and his apparently
it's like a 5 and dime.
Apparently this philosophy of low prices and high volume was new to the retail industry, and people were flocking to him. And he opened now he had some tough times for the first 5 years. Then in 1950 is when he opened that 5 and dime, the 5 and 10, Walton's 5 and 10, and I guess it's still a museum, right? And they say that's the...
Didn't they just reopen that, Brian?
Yeah, they just did a complete remodel on it. It's a beautiful place. But yeah, the original 5 and dime is still there, downtown Bentonville, and he started with the Ben Franklin franchise. That's where he started before he broke out.
And he said that he wanted to do aggressive discount pricing and focus on rural markets. That's what's really weird. He went to markets that were underserved by retailers and established a footprint in medium to small towns, and they loved him. And by the way, he is well known, and they think that Amazon copied his model for distribution because he's he's the first, they say he's the first retailer that actually did all of his own distribution and did not rely on wholesalers or manufacturers, reps, or anything like that. He went direct from distribution centers to his trucks and to his end users. And he is, they say, probably the father of modern logistics. And that's and in fact, Amazon mimicked his distribution and does these distribution centers, but Walmart, Sam Walton specifically, perfected it. And then later on, of course, Amazon was eclipsing them when it comes to online, and Walmart was a little late getting into that game, but now they're becoming
they're crushing it now.
They're becoming a major player online. But anyway, they are the largest retailer and the largest employer. I mean, they're in foreign markets now too.
Oh, they've been in 4 markets for a while. Listen to this. They do $4.1 million every hour of every day. $1.5 billion a day in sales. $1.5 billion a day.
So the new thing is they are doing grocery pickup and delivery again, and they're doing a massive e-commerce push, and they're acquiring, as you guys just talked about, they're acquiring brands, and they're going to do full lines of their own brands. That's going to be the big deal right now.
And they're good, man. I swear that Better Goods is insanely good. It is. I'd put it up against... Forget about private label. I'd put it up against any major label.
So their big deal, right? Yeah. Go ahead.
Now, Costco, they have like the Kirkland brands, but most of those times it's just rebranded from other products. I think like their vodka, I believe, is like Grey Goose, but they'll call it Kirkland.
Yeah.
Does Walmart do anything like that?
So, especially with the Better Goods, it's a lot of really good and new innovative products, different flavor profiles and those sort of things. And it's just been very successful, and it is amazing stuff. I know I come from there, but I'm telling you, it is top notch. There hasn't been anything I haven't liked yet.
Can you give us an example of one of these new innovative products? Like, what is the product? What makes it so different? What are its qualities?
Well, I mean, when you look at the Better Goods, you're going to see a lot of things that are just different flavor profiles, like a smoked Gouda mac and cheese potato chip. One of my favorites. Absolutely phenomenal chip.
I want to get this update from Brian, who called in just a little while ago, and he said, I ordered something from Sweden. It was delivered, and then FedEx sent me an email saying I owe some more money, and it seems weird to me why they didn't collect it upon delivery, but they're saying I owe duties of about $20 on a product that was only $35. He was shocked by it. And I told him just to call directly to FedEx to make sure it's legit. What did you find out, Brian? Welcome. What did you find out?
Yes, it is in fact a legitimate charge, but it's on temporary hold until the Supreme Court's rule on the tariffs currently going on.
Really? So they said you don't have to pay it right now?
Correct. He said I'll probably get another invoice inside this month for that decision. Well, it'll either be none are due or you owe it.
What is the Supreme Court case going on? I'm not aware of it. What is it? Do you know, Brian?
Whether or not the tariffs were lawful or constitutional, whether our president could do it or not.
But what does that have to do with your duty tax? Is that part of the tariff?
Yes.
That's odd. Okay. So keep us informed on that. And by the way, I thought they already did rule that he wasn't supposed to impose tariffs, or was that a lower court?
That might have been a lower. I don't know.
I thought there was a ruling, but in any case, it's before the Supreme Court. That's good to know. The thing is, what is the ability of a president to impose tariffs? And do they have, they do have the power, but he was doing it under a certain law, and they said they're not sure that law applies for tariffs. I believe it was it was one of the acts he was acting under, calling it a federal or emergency, and I believe that's where they disagreed with the president. It wasn't an emergency. It is not an emergency, and he should not have the power. Thank you, Brian, for calling. Keep us informed on that. 303-713-TALK.
Thank you.
Okay, man. 303-713-8255. Frank Duran, the real estate man. When I talked about it before, I didn't tell you this. He will do an analysis of your home free of charge. If you call him and say, what will my house sell for? He'll let you know. Now, he'll base it on that house, the comparables to it, your competition, the neighborhood, also supply and demand, interest rates, all number of factors to get you an accurate idea of what your house will sell for. It's a free service, and it's highly informative. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com.
Yep.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver, an iHeart radio station. Ryan Schuling, Tom Martino, Michael Brown Reloaded, and Dan Kaplis. This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW. Now, impact traffic.
Yeah, we've had a few slow spots out here, and one up getting into Brighton along Highway 85. It's northbound at Bromley Lane. It looks to be backed up for at least a mile or so, and I do believe that's probably construction through there. We'll check further, but if you're heading up that way, be prepared. Definite delays. I-25 northbound, the exit to 104th got a crash. That's backing up a little bit. The interstate itself, not bad up there. A little slow coming in and out of downtown. It looks like 270 still jamming a little bit also if you're coming west up through Vasquez. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by the Our American Stories podcast.
This is Monty Montgomery, the producer of Our American Stories. In our next episode, we'll share the story of an 1800 superstar sellout tour. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
Hey, I want you to look this up online. Structure with an X. It's STRUXURE. Structure with an X. Structure.com. It's a beautiful, beautiful indoor enclosed patio if you want it to be enclosed, or they can do it open. And K&H Home Solutions deals with these along with their siding and doors and windows and everything else. This structure is unbelievable. Add living space to your home you can use year round, and do it with a company that has 65 years of heritage. That's KHWindows.com, 303-421-7100.
Container.
Thank you.
And I hate plant-based stuff, but that's actually pretty good.
It's not good for you.
Yeah,
it's oat milk.
330 is my last.
I won't buy it because it's plant-based, but it is really good.
Well, I'm looking at some of these products and the photographs on the packaging.
That's Mark, it already hit $1 billion. It's already.
Yeah, man. Do you know how to get to the hangar, the parking lot for the hangar?
Yeah.
I can
send me that little map you made. I remember. Once I'm there, I'll remember how to get. I know you kind of wind up there.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Do you still have that map you used to send?
Do you want it by text or email?
Text.
Okay.
And then, are you going to head over there right after? Are you going, or is it?
They're really.
What's the plan?
I have other plans, but I'm going to go over there and open everything up, and then Rob's going to do it, and that means you.
So Rob will be there.
Yeah, and you're going to go too, right?
Yeah, I'm going to go over with Brian.
I mean, you're going to go up too, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
I probably will, honestly.
It'll be fun.
I wanted to.
I'll just sit in the back. I'll let him sit shotgun.
I was going to buy Walmart pizzas for today's lunch.
Oh yeah,
so we can have a taste.
You think this weather's fine though?
That's really what we were just checking on. So far, he says it's looking all right.
Yeah, you should come see our.
Yeah, I thought it was supposed to clear up by like noon.
We just opened when we opened our new home office
is that
campus.
Cloud cover or Nebraska smoke?
Oh, that's true. That could be Nebraska smoke, actually.
Yeah.
That was crazy, man.
I thought there was a fire in Denver.
I was in the original home office.
It's Nebraska?
Wow. When you first opened
oh my God, I do remember. Wow. Oh my God, yeah.
And they,
it's like close to $1 million.
Down at the university there. Alice Walton's going to fund it. They put a lot of money back into the community there. Alice Walton's, but
so it's millions now.
So yeah, we opened a whole brand new multi. It's almost like a university campus. And
hey, Grok, what's the current status of the fires in Nebraska?
He loves Grok. You're like me, brother. Grok rocks.
Checking the latest on Nebraska fires. Hang tight.
And I have it to in-depth research mode.
Awesome. Oh, they're almost at 100.
My son's very picky on his.
It looks like you should be up
but he likes the
50
better
degrees
goods.
by 3 o'clock.
I got him off the Red Baron finally.
How about? Yeah, it's not windy or anything, right?
It's a really great price.
Yep. We'll save you money so you live better.
You know, I use Walmart's home delivery.
He's in a loop.
Shipping.
Yep.
$35.
Yeah.
So you're a Plus member?
No,
Walmart Plus.
Free shipping. You don't have to be a
Plus.
member.
10 cents off a gallon of gas, even.
Yeah, it's not that isn't important to me, but Walmart deliver it's free with 30, just like what Amazon, right?
Yeah, $35 minimum order.
It's here the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Walmart Plus, I live in the middle of the fucking woods.
Yeah.
The Elizabeth one can deliver to me in 1 hour.
Yep.
Yeah,
if it's in stock.
Yeah, the grocery
I just don't have that kind of emergency
delivery.
for my sugarless ketchup, but I love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's easily done online.
Yeah.
And the first couple they had trouble with, like the delivery people didn't speak English at all, so I would get a call from a girl who's lost, and all she could say was Walmart, and that's it. But
they don't work for Walmart.
Those
fixed
Spark
that.
drivers.
They fixed
They're
that
like
right
Uber.
away. They're like delivery.
What altitude are you going to be at?
Yeah.
But ever
Hey,
since
Tom,
then,
what altitude will we be at?
You'll be about, we stay within 1,000 feet above the ground. So it'll be like 500 to 1,000 feet above the
Well,
ground.
you should bring it in your house and put it away for you if you want them to.
And the
But
top
that's
speed will
an
be about
actual
110
Walmart
miles an
associate that's
hour.
been vetted, and you have to pay for that, but then they don't allow
I forgot
tips.
about those
So
fires.
that should pay for itself. But
it smelled like barbecue yesterday, man. I was like, damn, that smells good.
National Walmart Associate delivers that versus a gig worker.
Ryan, it's been a great service, man.
Yeah.
It's like,
I can't get to 100.
they just brought over a jug of motor oil for me a couple of days ago.
Do it now.
Oh, that's no problem. Ball 150 feet.
Oh, that thing, yeah.
Not the slingshot. It's not the ball, but it's the other thing. I just call it the flying burrito.
Yeah,
they call it exhilarate.
I wanted to look on that, but yeah, they did.
Yeah, we got a new fight in Colorado too.
Where's that?
Got in the wrong line.
A little southeast.
Oh, they really?
Are
you serious?
Yeah, Parachute.
We need a hot shot.
I just spent 10 minutes in line. Okay.
I've actually heard of
Good. There you go.
Tom. Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Ira, welcome to the show, Ira. What's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you today?
I'm doing good, thank you. What's happening?
Good. Hey, Tom, I've got a 2014 Honda Accord, an EXL sedan. I just had the windshield replaced this week. The lane sensors are working, but I was driving yesterday, and I come up on this car, and my forward collision warning didn't sound, and I checked. I've got my it all set up, and I reset it last night, and I checked it this morning when I was out driving, and I didn't see that it was working. Is there a way to check to see if that sensor is working,
Kevin?
Or is it tied into a window change?
Kevin, what do you think?
The sensor that tells you if you're going to run into something, Kevin, it's not working on his.
Avoidance, yeah. In the back or the front?
In the front.
And they're working in the back?
I don't know.
Well, they have little sensors. It just sounds like a sensor.
What kind of car is it?
It's a 2014 Honda Accord.
What do you think,
It
guys?
gives you an audible warning when you're getting close to something, doesn't it?
It used to, and until I had my windshield changed this week, and I was driving yesterday, and I noticed it wasn't working because I came up on a car. His car slowed down, and I was a little faster, and it wasn't working. So I'm wondering how to check if there's a way to check this.
They should have recalibrated your anti-collision or collision avoidance when they did the windshield. I hope they did.
Would the sensor be behind the windshield or in front of the car?
There's multiple sensors, yes.
Okay.
But it's all within that system, but it needs to be recalibrated a lot of times with a windshield.
Okay, yeah. The lane sensors work okay, but the forward collision wasn't working.
I would verify that they did it or did not recalibrate. You know, who did the windshield? So
It's tier one.
Yeah.
Auto body.
Yeah, I would definitely contact them and let them know that quit working after the windshield, so they can,
Yeah, I've got a call into them. I just happened to hear the radio show like car call, so I thought I would call in just to ask a question.
Yeah, those are all every car's going to have them. We do, it's called ADAS, ADAS. More like an alignment anymore. Anytime anything gets done, you need to recalibrate all those things.
Hey, you said a body shop. Did you have other damage to the car, or they do just windshields?
No. It was just a windshield replaced.
I guess.
It was a tier 1 auto glass, not auto body.
Got it.
All right. So guys, those on my car, I can almost see those little buttons built into the body panels. Those are the sensors themselves, right?
Yes.
Those are some of them, but they also have cameras that are mounted in the rear view, or the rear view mirror has a forward-facing camera.
But do the cameras themselves have sensors?
Yeah, they're part of the collision avoidance. Yes, exactly.
Okay, so in any case, what goes wrong with sensors if they do go bad? I mean, really, what is there? It seems to me like they would never go bad. They're just solid state little things that sit there, right? I mean, what is there to break?
It's just weather. You can get moisture intrusion in the wiring or the sensor itself. But yeah, you're right. There's nothing moving or doing anything, but it's just exposure.
One thing that I've always wondered, I was in a parking garage one time, and I turn on my cameras, and it gives me different views. And it gave me a view from the top looking down. I'm thinking, I'm in a parking garage. How the hell does it do that? How does it take exterior cameras? And I know the Tesla does this too. You get a picture of your car as if there's a drone almost right above it. Is it basically just using the cameras, the existing cameras, to interpolate what your car looks like in that environment? I mean, it's all fake, right? It's AI.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
Absolutely
it's amazing to me how accurate it is. And if there's a door ajar, it'll show the door open. And it's almost like somebody is above that car looking down on it with a camera. It's just amazing to me. And then, of course, it shows all the obstructions around you. The sensors, it's got to a point now where I feel naked without a backup camera or sensors. But there are some people that don't like them and don't use them. I mean, they just hate them. I love using all the bells and whistles.
If my beeper ever quit, I'd back into something because I rely on it when I'm backing up.
I'm exactly the opposite.
Yeah.
I like my mirrors.
No, I look at the mirrors
my
too.
Camera for is hooking up my trailer.
No, I don't use a camera. I mean the sensors in the bumper. So if I'm starting to get close, I hear the beep. I don't look that close until I hear the beep. So
I know
maybe
it.
if it didn't beep, I'd run into something. I don't know.
One time I was behind someone, and there was no damage, but I start rolling up on him, and I was looking down, and we were at a stop sign, and I started creeping forward and kissed their bumper. And I'm wondering, why did my proximity let that happen? Aren't these sensors supposed to stop your car from doing that, or do you have to turn that on?
No, they don't stop you from running into stuff. They just tell you you're about to.
No. I thought, though, some of them have automatic braking, don't they?
To some extent, but it's not going to bring you to a dead stop. I mean, like my wife's Tacoma. You set the cruise control on it, say you're doing 70 mile an hour, and you come up to somebody who's doing, 63. It'll actually slow down and maintain a distance there.
Okay. By the way, do you know what the cheapest car on the market is right now? What do you think?
I'm going to say it's got to be in a Nissan or a Mazda.
You're right. It's a Nissan Versa. They're starting new for around $18,000. That's incredible. And I don't even know what kind of cars they are, but they get great gas mileage. And I was looking up economical cars, and the Hyundai Venue is right next to them, just a little more than that. And the Chevrolet Trax, the three most affordable cars: the Nissan Versa, the Hyundai Venue, and the Chevrolet Trax. And I think when you're looking for a first car for a kid, I don't think you can go wrong with these, because it's the kind of thing you're going to end up putting money into a used car anyway. And if you get a crap used car for about $5,000, you put that $5,000 down on one of these cars, your car payment's going to be dirt cheap. Or you can lease them very, very cheap. Anyway, we have more coming up. We have Ira that we'll take right after this. He wants to talk about his 2014 Honda Accord. I'm Tom Martino.
Yep.
Now, impact traffic.
Yeah, we're still looking pretty good out on the roadways. There is just the one delay that will cost you some time if you're heading up to Brighton along Highway 8.
Did you still want to talk to that guy? Did he have more to say, Tom?
Well, if he did, I don't know. I don't think so, but
okay,
it's up
the way
to
you
him.
said it sounded like a new call.
Oh, no, that new guy is... Well, I thought it was a new call.
But 270
I thought it was. I'm sorry.
I
saw it on the call screener. I thought it was new.
No, he did something with his windshield, right? Yeah, windshield deal.
Well, I don't. He had a sensor problem, but I didn't.
There could be a problem. We'll check on that.
Okay, no, I'm sorry. Never mind.
I think he's new.
For Americans,
Ira's new. No.
Nope, Ira's not new.
Okay, got it.
Our
Thank
American
you.
Stories. In our next episode, we'll share the story of the man Hitler called the new Noah, Andrew Higgins. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
Fix It 24/7 for plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains. Right now, they have a big push going on for your unbelievable extreme clean, tune, and check of your HVAC system, either your furnace or your air. And right now, people's attention should be turning to their air conditioners, and Fix It will come out and take it apart and clean every nook and cranny. They will add life and efficiency to your AC. And they are from Pueblo all the way up to near Fort Collins. Call them 720-526-3939. Down south in the Colorado Springs area, listen to this number, 719-920-HVAC. It's fixmyhome.com. Book now for all of your services, including free second opinions.
Thank you.
Look what they sent me.
What is it?
My Ford Signature Visa card.
That'll break too.
Huh?
That'll break too.
It's going to get declined the second time I use it.
It just doesn't work right.
The chip's not working.
It wasn't like this new.
Yeah. We'll get rid of Ira.
So if you want to, like, platinum, double platinum, I mean, that's where you get the different, part numbers from. But the base number is 104.
Hey, Jeff.
Those are auto lights.
Hefe,
hey,
got a Subaru Ascent, the KOA car out there. It will stop on the highway.
Will it?
80 to 0.
Wow.
Makes me poo a little every time, but it stops.
Why?
Why is it terrifying?
Yeah.
Oh, because it. It's not like the woman next to you in the car who starts braking in Omaha, for a slowdown in Littleton. But it stops on a dime, man. In what do they call it? Assisted cruise control.
Yeah.
Yep. So the assisted cruise control, it stops eventually.
Well, I've never tested it, so
I am insane though, because I just. Oh God!
I've had, because I'll be cruising in the wife's truck, we'll be going on the highway, and we'll get cut off, and it's freaky how fast it'll slow down.
And I assume, here's what I've said to other passengers in the car as they're screaming, I assume it knows more about the braking conditions than I do. It knows inertia, and it can even deal with road conditions. Like if it's slippery, it knows more than I do about when to slam on the brakes, because it never slams them on.
Right.
Although it has done the collision
analog
alert
brake
stopping, but not under a normal highway condition where there's suddenly a stop on the highway.
I don't know if that would work the same though, because if he's not in cruise control and he's just creeping forward.
OEM original.
Right. Well, it should beep with proximity, but it may not throw on the brakes.
Yeah, but I don't know that the vehicle would know enough to actually come to a stop under those conditions, because it hasn't been granted, permission to drive, if you will.
It's one of many spark plugs they recommend to me.
My Palisade will slam it on and stop you.
What's that?
My Palisade will slam it on and stop you. If I start backing out of a parking spot and it sends a car coming, it will just
it will stop.
It will start beeping and stop me completely. Or if I'm.
Well, we definitely don't work on that part of the car, so this is all new to me.
What do you know?
Well, it definitely slows.
That doesn't mean
it definitely interferes with my ability to drive through a crowd at a protest.
But what I'm saying is,
did you see that girl the other day? The one that I think it was in Tennessee. That she was drunk and there was some commotion going on and she ran over like 12, 15 people.
You say there was a commotion. Not a promotion.
Not a promotion, no.
What is it, Bastille Day out here? Come on, take it easy.
There's a lot of cars that do it. Subaru has that eyesight.
Yeah.
On a lot of cars, not all of them, with the cameras that are, they're kind of ugly when you look through the windshield at them, but I mean, it'll stop.
Oh, yeah, when I'm driving down the road and somebody pulls off to the right, and I keep just going, and they pull off on the right far enough. I mean, I'm not even close to hitting them. It'll still, my wife yells at me, and it's the whole thing.
Yeah, well, and like I said, the wife's, I don't have to change the cruise control.
Well,
so if they get out of the way, it'll accelerate back up
the
too.
The wife's braking sensor is unequaled in the industry.
What's that?
The wife's braking sensor is unequaled.
It's certainly the loudest.
Well, and has the it's set to the furthest possible. They're slowing up over there. Yeah, that's.
You can't ever seem to get it to quiet down. No matter how much you hit it.
What does it mean when they say, so under some of these descriptions says with unleaded fuel, single overhead cam, without ethanol, without NGV.
All right, let's try this again.
Natural gas?
No.
Start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. By the way, vehicle sales are down. New vehicle sales are down. Some people say it's the interest rates. Others say it's just the economy in general. And but anyway, they're down almost 12% from last year. Almost 12%. People are holding on to cars longer. So do you guys notice that, Jeff and Kevin? Do you notice people are holding on to cars?
Oh, yeah. No, our average ticket price has gone up because people are putting more money into the cars instead of buying them.
The cost of replacement is often, it pushes them into repair.
Yes.
Do you know what the frickin' average monthly payment is for a car? I can't believe this. Do you know what it is? Average.
Got to be close to $1,000.
It's how did you know? It's $800 frickin' dollars. $800 is the average car payment. Holy crap! I didn't realize they were that high. Yeah, and so leasing becomes more and more smart as prices go up like this, especially if you can live, well, not especially, only if you can live within the terms of a lease. If you can live within the terms of a lease, the mileage and turning it back in, it is the only way to go. You're only paying for what you use.
How much do you think a brand new, back in the day, 1985 Yugo was?
Oh, this was
$3,250.
$39.95.
Brian, you are $5 off. $39.90. Brand new car, Tom.
Do I win one?
When I went to college, I bought my first new car. It was a Honda 600 little SUV, a little Honda. That was when they were 2 cylinders. They had motorcycle engines in them, and they had the scooter, and they had I forget what they call it. It was a little boxy sedan. Brand new. I believe they were $2,900, brand new. And I bought it, had car payments, but I will never forget that little Honda. It was a 2-cylinder. So when I came home, when I was in Florida in college, I had it in Florida, and then I drove it to New York on spring break, and I believe we spent $15 in gas. $15 to get from Florida to New York in that little thing. It was getting up to 55 miles to the gallon. Look them up. They were the cutest little cars, but man, were they tiny. And they literally had a 2-cylinder engine in them.
You could buy them now still, Tom. They got a couple here for $20,000.
What? 20 grand?
Yeah.
But they were Hondas. They were the first Hondas actually imported. Very few people remember them. But man, it was the best value in a new car you could ever have. And for a college kid, it was so incredible because I looked at used cars and I thought, what the hell? I'm going to buy a new. I just thought I was the coolest thing in the world. Mine was, it's the little square one, and I forget what they called it, but that's the one I had. And then they had a little sportier one that looked like a little fastback. I mean, it was incredible. And again, the engines, 2-cylinder motorcycle, like the V-twin motorcycle engine. And it ran forever. I sold that car, and it's the car that launched me into my career, because I sold that car to a minor who stopped making payments to me. And so I waited until she turned 18 and sued her, because there was a law at the time in New York State that said, if you signed a contract in your 17th year or 18th year, and you did not rescind it after turning 18 on your birthday, you had 5 days to rescind it, or it became real. And the reason they were doing that is because kids in their 18th year, they're 17 and a half or something, they go out and buy something, and they were screwing retailers and businesses. So they made a law that if you affirm it automatically if you turn 18 and don't rescind it. Anyway, I sued on that and wrote about it in the newspaper, and it became my first action column where people started writing to me about other problems. Anyway, we got more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. Stick around for Car Day.
First car I thought that was awesome. I didn't know that, Tom. That's cool.
Dodge Charger that I bought for.
Oh wow!
I bought it for $400.
Yeah.
A good friend of my friend was a mechanic, had his own mechanic shop. We put $400 into it. Mm-hmm. Every day I get home from school, I'd have to put a new hose on it, and eventually they were all
I'll
new.
say it again before I go, Tom and everybody. Be here. Whoever's going to be on the air, be in the studio next Friday.
SS Chevelle.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All
right.
That was a 72 SS.
See, buddy mine had
a parking lot full of them in Green Mountain.
I don't know what is 70.
It's actually a good day for you to be in here too, man, because I'll be out of town.
All right.
You know that? All right. Did you know you're going to be out, Tom? Mark?
Yeah, I'll be there.
I'll be out of town.
No, I'm teasing Mark. Does Mark know he's going to be out of town? He doesn't know.
We lived out in the sticks, and so it was
oh,
all
Canada's a surprise.
Man, we would go way too fast on him.
You're trying. You're trying. I'm trying to be a dick, but
I haven't traveled for a while, so.
The little Hondas, holy shit, they're beautiful little cars.
Civic or before that?
Whatever happened to that car?
My brother was going to school down in Beebe, Arkansas, and he needed a vehicle. Okay. And I was a senior in high school, and I was driving our old truck. Mm-hmm. And so he started driving that back and forth. And honestly, I was too young and stupid to take care of it like it needed to be. Yeah. And eventually I threw a rod on him while he's driving back down to school. And, found a guy who come haul it away for $200, And
that's what
now I'm grown up. I'm kicking myself in the butt. It's a beautiful car.
Yeah, they're very valuable now.
Yep, I just tell mine to pay for the tickets.
Wow. Yeah. Like traffic tickets?
Yeah.
Speeding.
Oh, my God.
Yep.
Yeah, we had a lot of those old classics. Well, now they're classics.
Yeah,
back
when I was in high school, that's what everybody had. Challengers, Cudas.
Yeah.
Cudas, that's right.
Super B.
What's a Super B? Oh, yeah. It even had like the little B with a whirly mark around it.
It's got the big fin in the back and the scoop in the front.
Yeah, that's right, man.
Guy had an old Barracuda with the big ass back window in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Grandpa's car until you raced him.
Man,
that was an ugly car, but boy did it run.
Buddy of mine had, I think it was a 64, 67 Pontiac Le Mans. It was his dad's. His dad passed away when he was really, really young. Mm-hmm. And it was, for as long as I knew him, it was sitting under a tarp, just rusting away. And he always said he was going to restore it.
Yep.
And one day he comes driving up to my house, this rust bucket.
Like 30.
And he got it running.
I'm not showing on
literally sitting on milk crates. And he had to put the he had the gas in.
It's getting toasted in here, man.
Back on the driveway, so rust the gas tank fell out. So put it in the trunk, run the line back in this way, and get it back home. And then he went off from the Navy after graduating, and it's about 4 years later he came back down to the house.
In fairness, transmitters
was
we're on the air.
So
we are live.
Okay.
That's not a big concern.
Exactly.
Mom actually got a business where she rebuilt the seats and beautiful dark blue.
That's near the bottom.
Near the bottom.
Candy apple red outside. I'm like, holy! I hope he still has it.
One or two of us.
I haven't talked to him in 30 years, but
no, we used to buy and sell them all the time.
Yeah.
We had a newspaper
in
New York where I grew up that would hit newsstands.
Mm-hmm.
That's how long ago.
I'm
It's called Bylines. If you had something for sale, you put it in there, you sold it within a day.
Oh wow!
Guaranteed. It was like $10 to run an ad. Buy and sell old Chevelle convertibles.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what was out.
It just starts with people like, hey, let's go out tonight. Even on like Friday.
Exactly right. You buy them all up.
It's like 8:30. I gotta go to bed.
My poor friend, he works at a dealership, and he's the one who
I say car payments now are $100. That's probably on an 84-month note too.
He takes the photos, he gets them ready.
Yeah.
The seller,
That's crazy.
And he does not get off till 6, and he works weekdays, right? And Every time you go to a concert during the weekday, he is just so tired.
You don't have a lot of choice.
Yeah, I mean, I was, put my daughter in Hyundai Kona when she graduated college.
See, I can go home and take a nap, and then I can go to the concert. See, he gets off work, comes to my house, and then we leave. Yeah. So,
before COVID, right before, we had to buy my girlfriend's daughter a car, and it was like a Sonata. Like that, I think $13,000.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly right. My son was so mad.
And that made all the sense in the world.
Yeah.
You're going to go buy an $8,000-$9,000 used car. Why not buy a Hyundai for $13,000-$14,000?
I kind of learned that idea from Tom, like, why would I go out and buy something that may be unreliable or no telling what you're going to get? So I never bought new cars until COVID. Yeah. But
she got in a wreck. Not her fault. We totaled it. The insurance paid us $5,000 more than what we paid for it 2 years before. So, Well,
it's funny. My son started driving, got his license, during pretty much right for COVID, and he always made me promise that he would not have to take over. I had an 09 Avalon, loved that car, but he did not want that. I don't want to drive that Avalon because it's a grandma car or anything like that. And then I told him, oh, you don't drive the Avalon, I'll get you something. Don't worry about it. And COVID hit. I'm like, I'm not going to pay above MSRP. I just can't. And the way the prices were nuts, I said, dude, you've got to drive the Avalon. And he had a choice of that Versa. It was my brother-in-law's daughter's car. And she inherited it. So I said, hey, if you don't want it, you can have it.
Kids are spoiled.
Mine especially.
Every kid. Yeah. I mean, we had 4 wheels and it started. We were gone.
Yeah, that's all I wanted. Right?
I didn't care.
Had to get all your buddies together, gather up your change to put gas in the damn thing.
Oh, I've done 37 cents of gas in the car before. That old charger.
And then you lift the hose up to make sure you get the last.
Exactly.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Turn off the pump and then still pull the handle.
That's right.
When the pump had a big old switch on it.
Pizza's here.
Oh, okay.
90 seconds there, Mark. Watch out. At least we really hope Tom's here. He's not on camera at the moment, so we'll see. We'll have D take the show.
Is there a knife in there?
Oh, right. Yeah, just grab a whole bunch of those. A lot of guys.
Avoid the noise. Jeff.
Ding, ding, ding. Thank you, Jeff. Ding, ding, ding.
Thank you.
Oh, that looks fantastic. Is that extra cheese or regular cheese? Extra. Oh, man, that sounds...
Media companies like Meta be legally liable for kids getting addicted to social media. A jury in California just said yes. I'll break it down for you. Join me at 4.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hello, I'm Tom Martino, and I'm here with a studio full of people. Marc Mager's there. Mark, what's going on, sir?
Well, I'll tell you what, we got Kevin Calkin, Sheridan Autotech, Jeff Vick, Kimmer Transmission, Deputy D to my right, and guess who walked in on the other side of the glass?
Who is that?
You know who it is. Dragon.
Dragon. That's right. Dragon's taking over for the second half of the show. And welcome. So anyway, guys, let's I didn't do this in the beginning of the show like we usually do on Car Day. And I want to remind people it is Car Day, but we take any and all questions, although today we've had primarily car questions, but you can call about anything. 303 Martino, 303-627-8466, or you can call 303-713 Talk, 713-8255. And guys, okay, so the what's big, what's trending in the auto business and repairs right now? We haven't had a lot of cold weather. We haven't had a lot of hot weather. Does that make things slow down a bit?
Yes, a lot.
Yeah, and if not having any snow's been a big problem too. I mean, everybody's body shops and front end shops are not getting the fender benders and the curb shots and whatnot. Yep. We do a lot of fleet work where they depend heavily on snow plows, and so those aren't going out and getting abused. So yeah, it's taking a beating on us.
Okay, now as far as parts. Anything hard to get right now that if you have a problem, you're going to be out of the car for a while?
For us, it's just about anything Toyota. It's such a struggle to get your hands on anything. Certain parts, particularly like molded pistons, a lot of them are just non-existent.
Really? So Toyota has a problem. What other manufacturers are difficult as far as getting parts?
They're all still hit and miss. I mean, you'll go along fine, and then all of a sudden everything you look at is a week out or two or whatever.
Or on back order.
Yep.
Now, we were told, by the way, that, let's see, I'm trying to find that text. They wanted to know about, well, I can't find it. It was, hold on. They wanted to know about extended warranties. Oh, I know what it is. Here it is. The service center, the service contracts. They say that I always talk against them, and they wanted me to ask my car people, are there any service or warranty companies that are great to deal with that usually don't give you a hard time about fixing things?
I don't know that. I mean, they're all pretty much the same. I mean, the factory-backed ones are always real nice. GE's been good. Others,
they try to get out of it, don't they? They try to get out of it.
Yeah,
just say it like it is. Yeah.
And, they're such a pain to deal with. The majority of shops will charge some sort of administration fee or raise the labor rates if we're dealing with a warranty company.
What makes them difficult to deal with? Is it do they have adjusters, or how do they operate when you have a problem? You have to get everything pre-authorized. Is that correct?
That's correct. But a lot of times they just want to split hairs. When you have a part that's obviously failing, they won't fix it until it is completely failed. So they'll let the customer drive it or continue driving, with noises and all kinds of things under the letter of the warranty. It's like it's a part failure, not a failing part. Things like that. It's just annoying,
Okay, Brian, welcome to the show. What's going on with you? What's happening, Brian?
So it sounds like I'm in that boat of it failing. We have a 2022 Ford Expedition Max. We have 6 kids, so we need the 8 seats at all times. We've taken it in under the original Ford warranty several times, now 5th time. And we've gotten it back from the shop after they provided us with a loaner car that didn't fit all of our kids, but that's a different story. And after almost a full year of going in the shop and out of the shop at 4 to 6 weeks at a time.
Now, was this are these warranty issues? This is a warranty issue, right?
Yes, but now I've fallen out of the Ford warranty and gotten into the Ford Premium Care warranty, which is after 60,000 miles.
Well, you really shouldn't. If they never fixed it to begin with, then you should be under whatever warranty you were under. You're saying they never took care of the problem?
They've attempted to fix it. They've changed the CDF drum, the valve body, but they've never fully replaced the transmission, even though the service manager at the shop, the dealership, did a ride-along with me and said this needs to be replaced.
Well, the fact that you're out of the regular factory warranty and now into the other warranty you're calling, is that an extended warranty you purchased, or is that something that, what are you talking about? What warranty are you under right now?
Right now, we're under the Ford Premium Care. We purchased it at the time of purchase.
Okay,
when we
got it.
Purchased the vehicle brand new.
Are they giving you a hard time? Are they giving you a hard time?
The issue is we're still stuck with a hard shifting, and then they added a noise the last time they fixed it when we got it out of the shop March 3rd of this year.
Guys, what do you think about hard shifting? Is that just characteristic, or is there something wrong?
No, there's most likely something wrong. Those 10 speeds in the Fords are just problematic. He already mentioned the CDF drum. That's very, very common. There's a bushing in there that spins and chokes off oil supply. The torque converters are known for failure. The valve bodies are a tremendous problem. I actually know somebody right now that's on this fourth valve body trying to fix a problem, and they're coming bad in the box.
Yep, we're playing whack-a-mole with valve body in a Ford right now.
So what does he do? I mean, if it's under warranty, why aren't they just fixing it?
Well, if he's no longer under the factory warranty and he's into an extended warranty, does that warranty stipulate you must return to the dealer? Because now, if you're actually dealing with a regular extended warranty, that opens up a whole new market where you can have a different set of eyes and a different tech working on that car.
Do you have to go to the dealer, Brian?
I'll look into that.
Brian, do you have to go to the dealer? Do you know?
I don't know the answer. Like I said, we just rolled into it. We're 60,100 miles.
What's it called? What's that secondary warranty called?
I believe it's the Ford Premium Care package.
Okay.
Not Premium Care. I don't have the name of it.
Okay. So it's an extended warranty that you purchased. How much did you pay for that warranty?
It was all rolled into the loan, probably about $6,000 to $8,000 up front.
Oh my God! Oh man, I could never, ever, ever, ever spend that much money on a warranty and feel good about it, even if it is going into your loan. Listen, here's what I would do. No, whether it's under warranty or not, I'd get a second pair of eyes on it, and I wouldn't use the dealer. I would go over to one of these guys and have them truly look at it and give you an accurate diagnosis of what's wrong, because you're going to be fighting with them, and there's a good chance they're not going to want to fix what's wrong with it, or they're not going to find it, wink, wink, and you're going to be driving around with a problem. Now, you mentioned the symptoms, hard shifting. What else? What actually goes on with this other than hard shifting?
Between now, since they, I don't know what they did last time, but now between 25 and 35 miles an hour, sounds like an airplane inside your car. It's a really loud humming. When you're slowing down and just the engine slowing down. They had a service note that's just common. It's a noise that people will have to live with now for Ford.
That's what they tell you? You have to live with it?
Yep, that's what the service bulletin was issued by Ford was told to all the mechanics.
So the service bulletin
dealers
says customers that come in with the loud noise have to live with it. I mean, come on. Do they say why it's... And when you say a loud noise, does it happen only when you're idling or when you're driving down the highway? Is it a hum? Is it a click? Is it a whine? What is it?
It is every time you drive, when you're basically decelerating, put off the gas, not hitting the brake, 35 miles down to maybe 28 miles an hour. It's a loud, very loud humming sound. It sounds like bad wheel bearings. Like a
okay, I see. It does it feel like it's grinding at all?
No.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff, what does that sound like to you? They let off on the gas, and all of a sudden he gets a loud humming noise.
Well, particularly when he's having it, there's a gear that actually contacts a hub inside there. They're actually known for wear. There's aftermarket stuff that we do in order to keep those two parts apart. They actually don't have a bearing or a thrust washer where they really should have had one.
Really? And did you manufacture something to fix it?
No, it's done in the aftermarket. It's an aftermarket product that we do, similar to, when we go through the valve bodies, we've got aftermarket product to attack, common known problems or failures from manufacturer's level.
Hey, Brian, how many miles on this vehicle?
60,100, 60,200.
Okay, listen, you really need to figure out if that extended warranty will allow you to go somewhere else. Now, even if it doesn't, I want you to go to one of these guys and get this thing worked out, because you need to figure out what's wrong so you can fight them on it if it should be covered under your warranty. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. If you have pain in your back, your elbows, your knees, your hips, your shoulders, denverregen.com. Proven clinic for stem cell therapy. I like these guys. I've used them myself. denverregen.com.
Hi, I'm Gary Bell of the law firm of Bell & Pollock. Involved in a car crash? Injured? You should always call the police. If you want to know why, then listen to our Bell & Pollock Legal Injury Hub podcast on your favorite platform.
GreatWesternBuildings.com. I love talking about great companies. I love talking about Colorado companies, and I love talking about companies that clean up their industry. GreatWesternBuildings.com is a steel building manufacturer, and they're direct to the consumer in all 50 states. And they clean up the industry because they have true factory reps. Most people who say they're from the factory are lying about it. Truly, there are very few actual steel building manufacturers. We're blessed to have one right here in Colorado doing any steel building you want. 100% American steel, guaranteed for life. GreatWesternBuildings.com.
That's actually what got her into sourdough.
Really?
Yep.
Well, sourdough's good. It's gone, but that's awesome.
I stole it from over there, so I'm just sharing.
It's good bread, isn't it?
Booty,
It's not, it's bread.
Some of that ill-gotten booty. Thank you, Kevin. That's very, very nice.
Sure.
Yeah, same. You didn't want to say hi to us?
Oh, yeah. Hey, y'all. I'm into the show.
Well, yeah, pizza's the only reason I come to work on Friday.
Exactly. How you liking it so far, Adam?
That's really good. A lot different than my other jobs.
Oh, yeah.
Just retail and fast food, so.
Yeah,
a lot better.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Where are you guys going?
So, well, me and Mikey are going to meet over at Avant's house. Because Avant and Mike's wife will be at my house, and they're both spending the night at my house. So we're going to crash at Avant's house, and then Miles might be in town.
I mean, his logic is sound. No, it's great. Makes sense.
Wait, how can it be might be? I mean, he's coming from so far away.
Well, he doesn't know what time he's going to leave. He might go in the morning.
Oh, okay.
He's either leaving after work. I don't know what those fires are like between here and where he lives.
I'm not Kelly. I don't care.
I don't know if they affect him at all. Or
so Chadron to here is about, 4.5, 5 hours maybe?
To the tech center, it's about 5.
Okay.
To our house, about 5.5, 6. If you don't, and I'm talking no traffic.
Right. He still loves it up there?
Yeah, he does.
Awesome.
She does.
Then we got to drop his car off tomorrow. While he was gone, with his car in the garage, the part of the sunroof shattered. And apparently that's a problem on some of the Santa Fe's. It's crazy.
Zoom in or zoom out or move it around where you want.
Oh, wow.
Shows the fire areas.
What is this called? Watch duty?
Mm-hmm.
So Denver. Okay,
I just use the free version. You can get more information if you pay the $8 a month.
See, these will not affect him. Where's South Dakota?
Right below North
There's
Dakota.
Sturgis, yeah, I see it. Wow, that's kind of weird. I mean, wow. I wonder. See, there he is. He's actually close to that timber. I think that timber is on a reservation. That's a reservation. Yeah, Pine Ridge Indian Reservation. Wow. 500 acres.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he's pretty damn close to that, man. So, Shattern you can see right there.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it'll screw with them coming down. You know, my Tesla has a mode. You can hit the button, and it recirculates so perfectly, you could drive through like tear gas or anything you can imagine.
Wow.
And it won't come into the car. It's called biohazard mode. Isn't that fucking crazy?
Yeah. Hey, Kevin, you're right here.
I think it's bio. Let me look here. I'm pretty sure it's biohazard. When you turn it on, though, it's wild.
Why? What's the wild part?
Just how you hear it sucking and blowing, and that sounds weird. You hear her sucking and blowing, and
I'm going to leave the room again. Sorry.
It's probably deploying inflatable ceiling systems.
What is the Tesla bio mode? Advanced. It's called the Tesla Bioweapon Defense Mode.
Wow. Is that standard or is that an extra option?
I think it's standard. So it says an advanced air filtration system designed to protect vehicle occupants from a wide range of pollutants, including exhaust, smoke, allergens, airborne pathogens, hazardous particles. This feature utilizes a high-efficiency HEPA filter capable of capturing 99.97% as small as 0.03 micrometers in diameter.
So if there's a skunk...
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com.
Hello, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. I love J.D. Powers. They freaking do every aspect of car ownership you can imagine. They do a survey. They have a survey on tires that come with the cars, OEM tires. They're not manufactured by the car manufacturers, of course, but they're used on new cars. And who do you think has the highest satisfaction rating for tires? Who do you think? On new cars. By far, they get great reviews, and people who buy new cars who are happy with the tires that came with it. What are those brands? There's 3 brands that people absolutely love. 3 brands. What would you guess they are that come with new cars?
Michelin's got to be up there.
Michelin's number 1, absolutely, positively. So, Brian, I mean, it's more than Kevin, more than just a brand name. I mean, they really are quality, aren't they? Michelin.
Oh, yeah. The old saying is half of Michelin's better than most other tires.
And then the next one, what do you think? There's 2 others people love.
Goodyear, Pirelli.
Yeah, Mark, Goodyear. I did not realize Goodyear is right up there and Pirelli. You're right. So we have Michelin, Goodyear, and Pirelli. And there's some honorable mentions.
I'll tell you, Michelin and Goodyear both make a great run flat. I love run flats.
Oh, shut up. You're just trying to get me. Run flats suck. They're the worst thing that ever happened. Anyway, I think honorable mentions are Toyo, T-O-Y-O, and BF Goodrich.
I haven't heard of Toyo for a while.
Yeah, it's got pretty good ratings when it comes to J.D. Powers. Yeah.
In my last couple years selling tires down in Montbello, I picked up a line of Chinese tires, and what was crazy about them is like a 235 75 15, like Wrangler radial back then would cost me maybe $60. I could get this knockoff directly from China. Think about it. They build it in China. They put it in a container. They ship it all the way here. Then they take it off the container and truck it to somewhere in Denver, and then they deliver it to me, and it was $30. How the hell do they do that?
God.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, totally.
But they don't fit right, though.
Yeah.
It's like
Some
a
of them, they're
235.4.
Yeah, they're slightly bigger, slightly smaller. It's a weird setup.
Walter has a 1993 Ford Colorado. A 93 Ford Colorado. Man, normally you call that a lawn ornament. But what's going on, Walter? What's happening?
Well, I was going to bring this in or whatever, and it had an idle air control, and it just won't.
Is this
keep
truly?
going.
It's truly a 93, right?
Yeah, I've had it for since
Must be
2000.
like King Ranch or something like that.
How many miles on it?
160,000.
That's actually probably low mileage.
It's an F series.
Yeah, it's not bad. It runs really great, but like I said, since that idle air control, it won't idle right or whatnot. It just keeps wanting to die.
What caused that? Did it just happen all of a sudden?
Yeah.
And you've already replaced the IAC itself?
Yeah, have you replaced that IAC valve?
Pardon?
Have you replaced the IAC control valve?
No, I've got an old repair manual, whatnot, and I just looked it up there, and it was idle air control.
Yep. There's a valve that's pretty common failure on those.
Yeah, they'll carbon up and get.
Yep.
Can you whack it with a hammer or a screwdriver to see if it'll open?
Sometimes you can clean them up. Sometimes it's just easier to replace.
Can you get parts? Can you get parts for a 93 Ford?
Yeah, you can still get parts for that.
An IAC for sure.
An IAC valve for sure, yes.
They probably use that on almost every damn model.
It's very common, yeah.
So what does that valve do? What does it do?
It actually creates a vacuum leak that raises the idle.
On purpose?
It just controls vacuum. On purpose, yes.
Wow. And so
I recall selling a lot of them.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, my techs were writing those up all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Walter, do you ever take it to a shop?
No, right now I had the theft protection or whatnot, and it comes on and it won't let me do anything. I mean, it won't let me start it or anything. So I got to have that theft thing taken out.
It's an anti-theft.
I was wondering.
Is it anti-theft, you say?
Well, you have to have a clicker to open the door, or if somebody touches it, the alarm will go off.
I see. So you're saying that's not working as well? Is that causing you a problem?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm calling about, is that could you have that towed into
Kevin? Do you work on those, Kevin?
No, definitely. We can definitely look at it for him. Yeah. Not a big deal. But especially if he just wants it removed.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, how much would it cost to have it towed over to his shop?
I'm not sure where you are, but most tows anymore are between, say $180 and $250 in that window.
Are you kidding me? My God.
Oh, yeah.
Just to get it in there.
Cheap. That's just a tow.
I'm located in Commerce City.
Yep, so you're probably in the higher
about
end.
15 miles, I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
Light up that AAA membership.
Yep. Be worth
How
it.
much would you charge me to tow it over to your shop?
Well, I wouldn't charge you. The tow company would charge you probably about $250.
Okay, who would you recommend?
We use Ace Towing.
Ace?
ACE, yep.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware.
When Walter called, though, he talked about the valve, and then he talked about the body control or the fob. So which one is it? If it's not starting, which one is it?
It could easily be his theft deterrent. It could easily be the theft deterrent system.
Then why did he even mention the other thing? I mean,
I think he was trying to do some of his own self-diagnosis.
Yeah, he did a little diagnosis in a book. Yep.
Okay, so it won't start. He's got to get it over to you. And, those anti-theft systems, they're a pain in the ass. They really are. And I wonder if they actually work. I mean, truly and truly, do they work? I mean, you know.
Is that something he could just pull the fuse on?
I don't think so, no.
I don't think there's independent.
That would be way too easy for any common thief to know, just to get into your car and pull a fuse out of the fuse box.
Okay.
Put me in my place.
All right. Hey, how many, I want to know from you guys, both of you, how many cars do you still see in the 90s?
More than you'd think, actually. I mean, we at least get calls for vehicles in the 90s probably at least twice a day.
Really? Holy crap. And
yeah, we see one every day.
Real? Oh, my gosh. So people really do love those older cars. Are they people that usually had them a long time from back then, or did they acquire them now?
I think typically it's people who've had them for a while.
Okay. Now, as far as extended warranties, the same guy that asks about the ones you buy, which kinds of warranties from the factory are good to deal with? The actual factory warranties.
Well, it's just that. You know, you've got like a GM back warranty. They're actually pretty gosh darn good to work with.
And how does Chrysler compare, or let's say Ford and Chevy and Chrysler, the big three? Are their big warranties, factory warranties, all basically the same?
Pretty much.
Now, when they get into an extended warranty, when they go beyond the 224, the 336, can they take that anywhere to be fixed, or does it have to
in
be?
In most cases, yes, you can, but they do have warranties out there. That's why I would ask the guy earlier, with his warranty, is he able to take it outside of the Ford network? But in most cases, yeah, you can take it to any independent repair shop.
Okay, we got more coming up. We got more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show, 303-713-TALK. Get your calls in. Any car problem or any problem at all, 303-MARTINO.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Dan Kaplis today at 4, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
Yeah, we're still seeing a big delay on I-70. This is due to a crash that's occurred westbound at Vasquez, just past Colorado. They've got the HOV and the left through lane blocked, and the backup now extends all the way to 270. It is a slow crawl coming through, so get to the right early. 270 is running a little heavy out of Commerce City. We're seeing some traffic coming in and out of downtown that's somewhat sluggish, and we still have some delays heading up to Brighton on Highway 85 at Bromley Lane with construction. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by the Our American Stories podcast.
This is Monty Montgomery, the producer of Our American Stories. In our next episode, we'll share the story of the Black Medal of Honor recipient who bombed his own hideout to save the lives of his compatriots. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
If you're looking for countertops and you want the best price, whether it's natural stone or man-made material like quartz, you want the artofgranite.com. Tear out and haul away is free. And you pay wholesale on the materials for the countertops. They come out and measure and template, and 3 weeks later, you have new countertops. Start with a phone call or visit their website. It's 303-386-5919. 386-5919 or theartofgranite.com.
No, that still has good flavor, but
from Walmart. So I remember not knowing when I first got kicked out of my house and buying Kool-Aid, I didn't realize there wasn't sugar in it. So I'm just mixing it in. I'm like, this is horrible.
Maybe it needs another packet.
Add more.
Yeah. My parents wouldn't allow Kool-Aid, soda, anything in the house. So when I got kicked out and I'm in this trailer park, that was a whole new world to me.
Yeah.
Soda? Wow.
Flavor Aid. I remember those packets now.
I think my mom used to drink Tab.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Soda.
Diet soda.
Other women in the 70s.
Yeah, it was a woman's thing.
Yeah, Tab.
Is that still around?
I think it is.
You can find it, I think, some specialty places. But
Tab and Fresca.
And it tasted
I remember that. That's like
awful.
lemon lime,
That was
right?
like the original
They just
Grapefruit.
discontinued it in 2020.
Oh, wow.
Tab they did?
Yeah, finally. But God, that tasted like pure saccharine.
Oh, yeah, that's the label. I remember that.
Oh, yeah, Tab was nasty.
Yeah, Coca-Cola discontinued the brand of Tab in 2020.
I bet they
With all the
changed that
Coke
recipe.
Zero and Diet Coke and everything
Oh, yeah,
else.
the-
There's no
the
reason to have
zero
it.
sugar.
It was a miracle.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's an unopened
Oh,
new
yeah, let's
Coke.
see what it tastes like.
A new Coke?
Oh, that was nasty.
I remember trying it at McDonald's. That's where, and I was probably in 7th grade. You can get one on eBay for $23.
Why would you want to?
Yeah, why?
No, actually, that's not new Coke. That's a Chinese Coke.
Well, that would be new.
So you
How about the Colombian Coke?
Geez, I wish I thought about that back then. You go out and you just buy a couple 12 packs of new Coke and throw them in the damn garage. You can probably get a couple $100 a can now.
It certainly wouldn't be good for drinking.
Really, why? You think the expiration date on that, or you have to wait till you open it for the expiration date starts, right?
Oh, we had that debate a couple of weeks ago.
I was yelling at the radio during that conversation, for the record.
Oh.
What was it? What was the debate?
On the expiration, the Reachery's expiration dates.
Oh, he's so full of shit.
No, wait a minute. Who was right?
I will drink the milk until it smells bad.
Oh,
yeah.
Live dirty.
The date is just a suggestion.
So basically, what he's saying is, I'm right.
No, what he's saying is that he didn't answer my question.
Did you guys know that Coca-Cola made a coffee flavor?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's funky.
I've never actually seen it, but
Did you have a piece of the second pizza on the right?
Yeah, so vintage new Coca-Cola, 12 ounce.
Okay, I was gonna say I haven't tried it because I'm
$9.99 on eBay.
That's not new Coke, though. Is it new Coke?
What's new Coke?
Oh, okay. What's
Well,
new?
remember
You don't remember new Coke?
Was it back in the 80s?
It's like the worst advertisement fuck up or flub ever.
Well, they had to actually introduce a new Coke because they had to stop producing classic Coca-Cola for a little while because there was something up with the copyright.
Oh,
so
I didn't know that.
I always thought it
That's
was a
just
conspiracy.
an
It was a
can with a
Pepsi
dent
thing.
in
They were
it.
trying to compete
What's
with
that?
Pepsi.
It's just
No,
what I looked
they
up.
actually
Turns out
they had to
it's empty
stop
can with a
production
dent
of
in it.
Coca-Cola for a little while because it had something to do with the
Good thing
copyright.
you read the fine print.
Exposed to the formula, something along those lines.
Right
I always thought it was a conspiracy theory that they did
I think
that.
there
so
were
then
like
when we brought
cigarette
back the
butts
classic
inside.
Coke, it would fly off the
Chew
shelves so
spit.
much
It's
faster.
probably got chew spit and cigarette butts inside.
Here's a true new Coke. Oh, empty can. Okay,
Yeah.
it says drained but unopened.
Yeah.
$48.
48 just
I
for the
found
can.
one for $34.95.
Is it empty though?
Drained but unopened.
Why would they drain it?
Because it will eat through.
It'll probably leak out eventually.
It's an acidic liquid, so it will eat through the plastic coating of the aluminum.
Eventually.
Yeah, and then the aluminum will go like that. That aluminum will eat right out.
So the only way there'd be new Coke around is the old, probably 2-liter plastic bottles. Then they're not going.
I would see the plastic deteriorating too.
You think so?
Yeah.
Station. Online at khout.com.
Hey, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. I have some texts here on some car stuff. First of all, they want to know, and really, I don't know the answer to this. The best place to get a car financed, I really believe that credit unions probably do the best job for members. We very seldom get complaints about credit unions when it comes to that kind of thing. Credit unions are really pretty good for car loans. And interest rate wise, they're all going to hover around the same, but definitely do dealer programs if they have it. Dealers do not have bad programs for financing because they want to encourage people to buy cars. So they will actually have probably better programs than you can get for yourself, except when it comes to maybe a credit union where you're a member. So again, many of these incentives that dealers give include you financing the car with them in order to get those incentives. And speaking of finances, did you know that the biggest trend right now are online banks, foot traffic banks, where people are actually doing banking? Every single month is trending down. Banks are in trouble. I don't mean they're in trouble as an institution, but their walk-in retail locations, more and more banks are realizing they're a waste. I don't know, you guys, do any of you do walk-in banking anymore? Do you still do it? Does anyone?
A little bit here and there, but I know that all of my texts, none of them have been into a bank for years, they said.
No. I mean, go ahead.
I'm at the bank. I'm go to the bank at least twice, usually about twice a week. Most of my company business is done with checks, and then I personally get checks. In fact, I got one here with me. I'm going to the bank right after the show.
Even then, I've got a check reader in my desk. If I take a check, I do it right there at the shop.
Well, you guys are totally high tech.
Well, I got one right here too. A cell phone. You just take your picture.
He walked in here one time with a check already made out, old school check, to his barber. Because that is who he is.
Well, how do you pay for haircuts?
Cash.
Or a credit card.
My barber doesn't take credit cards.
Good for him. Her.
I don't know a barber that doesn't take cash.
Checks are cash only.
Yeah, but man, checks are ridiculous because they have the keys
and
to your account.
And it was made out for $12. I was like, where do you get a haircut for $12?
But they have your routing number and account number on them. They're a license to print money. They're a license to rip you off.
Remember that guy that called us out on that, and he gave us his routing number, and we took a couple $100 out of his bank.
Well, he didn't think we could do it, and he disputed it. He says, you need more than that. You need a signature. I said, you don't need a signature to make an ACH. In fact, you don't need anything. All you have to do is do an ACH.
Routing number and account number.
That's it. And people don't understand how easy it is. Then
and
you
he
have
was
to,
shocked.
You have
he
to
called
protest
in the next day. He's like, you bastards, you took $200 out of my account.
Right. And here's the point. What they do is they figure we're going to do all electronic transfers as requested. And then if the person complains, we'll investigate. But in some cases, it can take months to get your money back. And every time you hand a check to someone, you're literally handing them the keys to your bank account because they have all they need. That's all they need. So if somebody who works there is somebody who works at a place and you pay with a check, if they copy down the routing number and the account number, boom, you're done. You're absolutely done. But speaking of banks, the fastest growing online bank, Chime. I just opened up a Chime account not long ago for my son. They have total online banking. People love them. And they're doing a lot of new business. So have you heard?
Tom, I'm going to say really quick is one of the biggest problems I've experienced with all online banking is opening an account and just how easy it is.
Yes.
That, my information's been compromised, and I found out the hard way that somebody opened up an account with Wells Fargo under my name, under my social.
Really?
And the only way I found out was because the mail about that account was going to an address I lived at 30 years ago. So, I have credit freezes on all my credit reports because I listen to the Tom Martino show.
Yeah.
And everything's locked down, but somebody's still able to open a checking account under your name.
I can tell you why. You did not put a freeze on your checks report. So checks is like a credit reporting agency for checking accounts, for bank accounts only, not credit cards. Now, they are now a subsidiary of one of the big three, like either TransUnion or Equifax or one of those guys. But I was on their website a couple of months ago, looked up my own checks report, and sure enough, my banks made inquiries about me, and they're listed in there. And then it also gives you a score, just like a credit reporting agency does. And it did give me the option, which I exercised, to freeze my checks reports so people can't open an account under my name.
Of that.
Yeah, CHEX.
Wow. That's cool.
What happened, Brian? Did you get ripped off? Did somebody come after you for bad checks or anything?
I got ripped off for nothing. In fact, I got good friends of mine still live at that address. Mm-hmm. I lived at 30 years ago. And it was a letter stating that, hey, we think this may be fraudulent. And then I didn't do anything with it because I thought that was a scam. So I didn't call the number on or nothing because I know better. And about 3 weeks later, a $7 check came in the mail saying we've closed your account.
Wow.
And, but now I have a legitimate Wells Fargo account.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get online access to it anymore.
Oh, because they're afraid there's a red flag on your name?
They blocked online access.
Yeah.
So I cannot, and I've been fighting it for 6 months now. And my only way to be able to pay, this is for a private label credit card that I got from my windows that replaced in my house. But only way I can make payments now are going to be over the phone or by check by mail.
By check by mail.
All right, we got more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. 303-713-TALK or 303-MARTINO.
Now, Impact Traffic.
Happy Friday, folks. It's a pretty standard drive throughout the Denver Metro before we hit the 1 o'clock. I-25 northbound, slow speeds into downtown between Alameda and I-70. Northeast of there, busy driving on I-270 westbound through Commerce City. Some stop and go between I-70 and Vasquez. A recent crash, I-70 westbound at York Street, that's just after Steele and Vasquez, has cleared up. Still seeing some slow traffic back from I-270. With traffic, I'm Mark Swan.
This report is sponsored by the Our American Stories podcast.
This is Monty Montgomery, the producer of Our American Stories. In our next episode, we'll share the story of an 1800 superstar sellout tour. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
Hey, you want to tune in tomorrow morning at 10 to a webinar. By the way, you can watch or you can listen, and you can do it from your home, from your office, from your car. Of course, you can't watch from your car, but you can listen. It's a webinar about Vestera Turnkey, becoming a landlord without the conventional risks and hassles, where Vestera holds your hand through the whole process, including acquiring a property and then renting it out and managing it on a day-to-day basis. Find out more, okay? Go to this website and sign up for the webinar tomorrow morning at 10. It's mybiggestreturn.com. Do it out of curiosity and find out if it's an investment for you. mybiggestreturn.com. Gravina's has 50 lines of windows. Why do I stress that? Because listen, everything comes down to selection. You know, I often say this about captive agents with insurance or anyone who deals with just one line of products. They're going to point you to that one line. And it's not always the best for you. But with Gravina's, they have 50 lines of windows. So they're bound to find one right for you. Whether it's your rental, your fix or flip, or your dream home, they have the window for you. And they have the heritage to back it up. Gravina's has been around for like more than 60 years. 950 West Evans. That's 303 Gravina, 303 Gravina, or gravinas.com.
Sitting on the other side of the table. Is this you?
Like,
no, this is not me.
I was like, is this you? I was like, Nyet! Then I took my shoe off and banged it on the table for extra emphasis.
Well, no, it's funny because like 6 months before that, somebody filed for unemployment in my name.
Oh, yeah, that happens a lot.
Oh, my
I got that. Because the state mails them to the employer.
Yeah.
So I got one for myself.
Yeah. Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
No, I got an email. I can't remember how, again, I got an email about it or something, that I needed to verify information.
I hate when you have to have a 12-letter password. Jeez.
And it's just like, what the hell, man?
Oh, are you still on checks?
Yeah, I'm almost.
Well, there's this whole Wells Fargo thing.
Jeff, I'm going to look up.
Well, I got a letter now, though, because of that account that says you are not financially responsible.
Systems.
I thought, can I use this for the credit card that I just got too, right? I mean, if you're not going to let me pay my bill online.
I have no patience for it. So if I run into shit like that, I just move.
Yeah.
Pull it out and go somewhere else.
Well, this is a private label. I just got new windows and doors on my house, and so it's 0%, 24 months kind of thing. Before I let my CMG pay it off.
Oh, I was wrong. It's not the big three. It's owned by a totally different company, Fidelity National Information Services.
Part of Fidelity?
No, just Fidelity National Information Services. Oh, I know. I was thinking of my Clue report. That's owned by Equifax. Clue, the insurance company.
Yeah, the insurance.
I got their report last year, and it said that they're part of Equifax.
This sucks. I can't. This is crazy.
I looked up, I downloaded a list of all the credit reporting agencies in the United States. Guess how many there are? Like, well heard about Equifax. And
Yeah, the big three, sure. I mean, is there a need for any more than 100?
40. Over 40, Sarah.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm going to request my consumer reports from every single one of them.
It sounds like work.
And then I'm going to start suing them for inaccurate or incomplete information.
If it is, in fact.
Which it always is. On all three of mine, there is incomplete information, like missing payment data, just blank. And the law says that the information they present must be complete and accurate.
But isn't the payment information just dependent on the person you're paying who's actually reporting it, though?
It could be, but if it's not reported, they should not report that entire account.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Law,
versus,
right? But they all do anyway.
Yeah.
But the FCRA, as well as its Colorado analog, they provide for a $1,000 statutory penalty payable to the consumer for every one of those mistakes.
Let me go see if it may be worth my time. 'Cause,
40 times.
Yeah, 40 grand, but yeah.
It's a good hobby.
Yeah.
Well, right now I sue spammers, telephone spammers.
Oh yeah, no, I'd love to go. I get all the ones I get are scams. So they're all overseas scammers.
Yeah, you can't find them.
I've gotten to the point I don't even answer my cell phone anymore. I've turned the radio.
Well, the new iOS version, you can have it where it turns on where they have to actually now, if it's not in your contacts list, they have to say who they are and that kind of stuff, and so that's eliminated. I'll still see the missed call.
Yeah.
But one went through on the drive over here though.
Yeah.
That was Hennifer.
But a lot of them you can, some of them you can track down.
Yeah.
And then it's worth $1,500 per call or text.
Well, yeah, I mean, I get them when I refined with CMG, I started getting tons about home warranty stuff and all that kind of stuff, and it's been insane.
So
and those are like I've torn into the way they make it sound like, this is your last chance to complete your file.
Take off when we
there's something missing on your actual
1 o'clock.
file.
So those are all actionable.
You're splitting.
There is
I have to.
I forget what the term is.
All right.
But when you get a mortgage company inquiry on
the talkback feature on the iHeartRadio app. Just tap, record, and send, all within the app.
Get out there and be heard.
To Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So, Jeff, Vic, Kimmer Transmission, a guy said he was on your website and filled out a contact form a week ago. He says he hasn't heard from you. He wants to know what he can call you directly, but on those contact forms, Jeff, are you getting them, or maybe there's something wrong with the site?
Yeah, I get them. I get them pretty regular. I mean, I do have to sometimes. I don't know why my own contact form will go into the spam folder, but I have found stuff there in the past when people alert to me that they haven't heard back from me.
Okay, I'm going to tell him to just give you a call directly. And anyway, I listen to you car guys, and I wonder, what about electric cars? You don't talk enough about them. And really, are electric cars even a force right now? I think Tesla is making a big dent, not a big dent, a big impact by pulling out the Model S and the other one from
it's only like 1% of their sales, though, Tom.
No, of their sales. But I mean, as far as the electric market go, they were a force to be reckoned with in the business. Anyway, we were talking about J.D. Powers, and they say that the Tesla was about the third best you could buy as far as all features. Now, none of these are talking about self-driving. If you talk about self-driving, no one does better than Tesla. There's just no way. I mean, when I experienced it in my son's car and Mark's car.
No one has it but Tesla. I mean, Waymo does, or Whammo.
Now, here's what I'm thinking. If it would be easy for them to license other manufacturers, especially if they're getting out of mostly the S, and when they're getting out of the X and the S, that they would be able to, or not be able to, but want to sell this technology. Anyway, J.D. Power says the Rivian is the best brand on the market right now, especially since Tesla is backing out a bit from the market. They say that the Rivian R1S, the SUV, and the pickup truck, the R1T, are great vehicles, and probably the best two on the market, followed by the Model S. Again, if you compare Self-driving, there is no comparison. And by the way, speaking of those taxis, I saw one on I-25 the other day. I actually saw one driving around. Are they in Denver right now? It was
Tom, the Waymo cars, I see those downtown every day, and I've seen them for about a year now. They're all staffed. They're all staffed, and what they're doing is, this is just testing. They haven't rolled out the Waymo service, but those goofy looking, cartoonish Waymo cars are all over downtown now.
They must be training them or something like that. Maybe that's what they do.
Yeah, there's a person sitting in the driver's seat and driving along, and they're just training the cars and testing them and doing stuff like that. So they're about to roll out that service this year.
What about, okay, we'll talk about this coming up. I wanted to know more about the taxi that Tesla is selling. Are they selling them directly to people that want to run taxi businesses, or can they actually buy it as a car? Someone wants to know that. We'll talk about that coming up, along with all of your problems, questions, and complaints. Give us a call. Don't let anyone rip you off or lie to you. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. If you're
over 30,000
really
spammers, yeah.
Wow, I mean, it's died down now. They would start text.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it. That's the best one to get.
Really,
it's right there in writing.
Because I know on the do not call list, though. I mean, it doesn't say it's prevents texts.
See you, Jeff. Hope everybody.
Jeff, nice meeting you, man.
Jeff, thank you for the pizza.
Yeah, thank you.
Very, very generous of you. And it was especially delicious. Oh, jeez.
And that diamond ring.
The do not call list. I sue under both federal and state laws.
Right, because I'm on the state, too.
Yeah, and texts are considered calls for the purposes of this type of action, right?
Yeah.
So I find texts even easier to work with, because I can just cut and paste them right into my lawsuit, file the thing, and there it is.
Now, how do you track down who it actually is?
Well, with scammers, you can't.
Yeah.
So I ignore those. But the ones, like all those mortgage brokers and all this bullshit, they can't make themselves impossible to find, because they're trying to sell you.
They're trying to say credit life, right? Or,
99%. Whatever. Yeah, and so they do make themselves easy to find. A lot of them just put their company information right in there.
I did do that.
Their
With a few of them,
normally
I'll just ignore. I'll say, contact me again. You'll be hearing from, I'll be reporting you to the FCC. Blah, blah, blah.
Isaac. Okay.
Yeah. A couple of them, I just get their name and their in the company they're working for, representing. And but
I've been able to track them down. I track down. So not the scammers.
Yeah.
I don't even try those. But of the ones that I feel like are actually existing businesses, I can track down about half of them pretty easily.
Yeah.
And then I'll research them. Because you got to know your defendant, right? So it could be some.
The problem here is
some dipshit in his mom's basement.
And
I'm not going to collect anything.
Right.
So I could end up suing real companies with real physical presence.
In
a complex business, and it's been great. It's been a great intellectual exercise.
You know what? I wouldn't even mind people going out there and trying. Yeah.
I bought these especially for court.
There you go. I wouldn't even mind them. You're trying to make a living, trying to sell your product. But the way they present themselves as like, hey, we're part of CMG, and we're going, we need to complete your credit file, and you have 30 days, this is your last chance, and all this kind of stuff, and you like, what are you talking about? Then you find out it's credit life. Like, no, why would I buy that product? But still, it's the way they present
the same guy
themselves.
that calls you every afternoon at 3 o'clock. Like, dude, I talked to you yesterday about this warranty. I don't even own it.
Oh my gosh.
1,500 per.
I think
bastard.
I get stuff in the mail. I bought my son a Kia, a few months about a year ago now. But just tons of stuff in the mail about the extended.
Well, the hard part is when they can spoof local numbers.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So then you're
that's just it. Any number you have. Yeah. Well, it says here you're calling from Mercy Hospital.
That's a violation, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, that's a violation by itself. Failure.
Because it's obviously not a local number they're calling from.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're calling from Pakistan.
They can change that number. I used to work for. I've been in telephony, and my early career, and in call center world. We set our caller ID, but then again, we were using one that you ring back to because we were a legit company. Yeah. Versus, but you can set your caller ID easily, especially with digital telephony now the way it is. It's even easier.
Yeah, they can spoof whatever they want.
I was in collections for a while, and before VoIP was really going really big, and so we were able to block the caller ID. But then when VoIP started coming out, you couldn't block the caller ID, and then we had to call the telephony company. I can't remember who we were using at the time. But they said no, it's digital communication. We can't block your caller ID, and because we were collections, we had to. FDCPA required that you can't, because you don't want anybody that's getting that call or call on their caller ID to see, well, I'm over at so-and-so's house and I see national account collections, you call them, then you're violated FDCPA. And so we had to threaten AT&T or whoever our carrier was at the time with a lawsuit.
Right, because you're going to be, it's called contacting a third party.
Yeah.
If you display your...
Yep. So we always ran into those crazy things when that technology started emerging out. It was quite interesting.
Yeah, now you still have to use a real phone number where you can be called back at. Mm-hmm. That's the requirement under the FDCPA. I just recently started research. I got a letter and a call from some douchebag bill collector, and it really isn't my accounts. It wasn't even my name, but I can definitely sue him under both FDCPA and the Colorado.
Yeah.
And what's really good about FDCPA lawsuits is you can sue people personally. You sue the company, you sue the caller, and you sue the owners of the company. They're all on the hook for it. Well, just like with TCPA, for the junk calls I get, you can, and I do, sue them personally in addition to the company.
Interesting.
Yeah, I name them as defendants that are joint and severable.
Yeah.
And that helps people take it seriously.
Yeah.
But they still don't take me seriously. I mean, I've only had almost everything I file goes to trial.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, people don't think you can sue them.
Yeah. Do they show
surely
up?
They know the laws, or they just think it'll never get that far.
Not the dumbass in his mom's basement. It's just that.
Oh no, these are like real companies. Yeah. They're outraged. They're outraged by the fact that I'm suing them. And they said, "Well, you can't do it. We weren't trying to scam you, or I'm like, well,
but you went about
the lawsuit. I explained the law in the lawsuit.
Yeah.
Because the judges don't know it either.
Yeah.
So last year I only had 2 settle. I had a federal case that settled in federal court.
Well, you said you found an attorney too that does it.
That's the only one that I used an attorney on, because it was a big federal class action, and I was the lead plaintiff on that case. But so that's settled, and then on my own, the rest I file on my own, and I go to trial on my own. Out of all of those that I filed, only one settled in mediation, mandatory mediation. The rest all went to trial
and lost.
Really?
No, I won.
I mean,
I prevailed at trial.
Yeah. They did prevail, is what I meant.
Yeah, I prevailed. All of them. Everybody was surprised. I mean, this one guy.
Well, you should just sell that list, and then I can name drop. And say I'm being represented by Dimitri. Do you remember him?
Yeah. Then I'll go to jail.
Do you want to pay? Now? Or
Dimitri says.
You can say I know Dimitri, but because then they'll throw me in the slammer.
Yeah, for attorney
for practicing without a license. And then I sued Verizon last summer too for their trial. Those they did not.
I sued Verizon.
Oh, how did that turn out?
I got like $900.
Did it go to trial?
No.
Oh, you settled it. Okay. Yeah, they offered to settle like within a few days, just like you predicted. You said you're going to get a call. And we were walking out of here, and I got a text. Says, stand by for a call from the executive office.
I was going to call my defamation lawyer.
Because I haven't drank a thing. Weekday afternoons at 4 on Denver's Talk Station, 630 KHOW.
Yeah. Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hello, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Today is car day, but you can call about anything. We do have an emphasis in cars, and I do have some texts we can get to. But right now, let's talk to Isaac, who's on the phone. Isaac, welcome. We have, by the way, Marc Mager at the studio. Mark, make your introduction, sir. What do we got going on here?
Well, it's car day, as we know. Jeff Vick had to split. He had something going on in the shop, no big deal. And then sitting next to me, we've got Deputy Dimitri, then followed by Kevin Calkin, Sheridan Auto Tech. Then we got special guest Brian Morrison. He's been listening to the show for how long, Brian? 40 years?
I found Tom when he was nationally syndicated out of WABC.
So probably 27 years.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Longer than that, maybe over 30.
And then Dragon on the other side of the glass. And, of course, Axeman answering your calls. Speaking of calls, 303-713-8255, 303-Martino. Get in any questions, complaints. It's car day, but we're talking everything. And then let's see what Isaac wants.
Isaac, what's happening?
So a few weeks ago, there was another caller that called in concerning when he went to go renew his driver's license. It had the indication that he was new to Colorado, and he wasn't, and he was concerned that it was going to cause some kind of problem. And I can't remember what we had, what was the resolution, or if we ever had a resolution.
Mark, you must have taken that. Mark, you must have taken that call. I don't recall anything about it.
I don't think I took. I think we were both on, but. What was interesting is they said there was some kind of glitch in the system when it would print out these forms at the time. That's what I remember. But what can you bring to the table, Isaac?
Oh, well, I just went to go renew mine, and it had the same thing. And the representative at the DMV just said it was because they had a new system compared to the last time I renewed, that everybody's does that. And I was like, well, I'm a native. I've been here my entire life. So why is that being indicated? So I
actually understand what they're saying. Because it's a new system, you are a new license holder to that system. You know what I'm saying? That's all it's saying.
Yeah.
It is weird, though.
Yeah, it is very weird. I just didn't know if we had a resolution.
No, we never really got an answer. I looked up the caller. And I can't find that specific call, but we had another one like it. And I don't know why they're doing it, but some people are getting the impression that they're brand new to the state when they get their renewal. I don't know why. I have no idea.
Well, he just said it's because it's a new system, and it is new to the system. When he renews in 5 years or however long it is these days, then he won't be new to that system anymore.
Oh, I get it. That's weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Well,
thanks for listening. By the way, thanks for calling. By the way, this is a weird one. A guy's engine light comes on, but only when it rains. What the hell is that all about? What would cause that?
Would that be an engine light or check engine light?
He says my check engine light comes on, but only when it rains.
You'd have to pull a code and see which system is. There's some water intrusion somewhere.
Yeah, like a short, right? I mean that. But what it would, I don't know why it would trip his check engine light.
Well, a sensor, a plug maybe is a WeatherPack plug isn't weatherproof anymore. Is getting water in there or something is causing it to erratic read. So probably pull a code, find a code, and go backwards.
What about this? A large squeal on startup. And it disappears in about 10 seconds. Can't that be belts?
Yep.
Tensioner?
Typically a belt. Alternators drawn heavy.
And so then...
Tom, I got one.
Go ahead.
So this is a stump the chump question that I had for Kevin. And it's going to blow your mind when I hear his answer. We had this discussion a few weeks ago off the air over at your home studio. Kevin, I have a 07... Lincoln Town Car with a 4-something V8, and there's one particular gas station that I've been using for years and years and years because I pass by it almost every day. And it's a Sinclair station in Wash Park. When I bought this car, I started refilling it at that same station just like I have been with my other car for years. And what I've noticed is when I fill up the gas tank, the gas gauge does not go from quarter to full. It creeps up maybe from a quarter to 3/8 by the time I get home, and then it doesn't get all the way to full until the very next day.
That's easy.
But it only happens at this Sinclair station. When I fill up somewhere else, whether it's Maverick or Mobile or you name it, the gas gauge goes straight to full the moment I get back in the car and turn the key.
Easy.
That is easy?
Yep.
Okay, Mark, you first.
Loose nut behind the wheel.
Okay.
It's an alcohol content problem.
Yeah. In the driver?
Yeah, that could be too, yeah.
So can you expand on that? Why is it that my Forerunner does not react in this weird way to this particular station Sinclair gas?
So you're saying if you went to Costco and gassed up that stinking Lincoln, it would just go right up with the flow?
Well, I've never gassed up at Costco.
Anywhere besides there.
Okay, King Soopers, Murphy's, Maverick. I mean, those are my most frequented
and
gas
they work
stations.
every time.
Instantly, the gas gauge all the way past.
You know what?
Every time?
He's crazy.
Every single time.
He's crazy.
But when I used to go to this Sinclair station, and no offense to Sinclair, I'm not implying that they have bad fuel. There's something different about their fuel.
Yeah,
and it caused the slow fuel gauge. Can you explain that, please?
Fords have, especially Flex Fuel, have a Flex Fuel module that interrupts the gauge because of the alcohol content. It's got to measure differently. So there's something either in that Flex Fuel module that's too much alcohol and not enough. Something is affecting it. It's an alcohol content.
But my car is not equipped to run Flex Fuel. It's a normal, usual, straight gasoline.
That's my best guess. Don't know.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's a good guess. You don't know. Okay, I hope you have an answer for my one guy who says that after his brakes were replaced, he hears a grinding noise. Now, if you got new brakes, you shouldn't hear a grinding noise, right? Is there something that wasn't adjusted properly or what?
Yeah, either that or the backing plate is touching a rotor or something. A lot of times when mechanics are moving them around, they'll grab the backing plate and it touches the rotor.
Okay, so as far as, and this same guy has something else saying about brakes that he thought he read or heard somewhere sometime that to adjust brakes, there was a way, and now this sounds crazy, but he says you put your car in reverse, you back up and then slam on the brakes and they were self-adjusting. Is this guy crazy or does this ring a bell to you at all, Brian, Kevin?
For drum brakes, they are typically self-adjusting, and that's, you don't slam on the brakes, but just normal reverse driving will self-adjust the brakes, yes.
Really?
For the drum brakes.
Really?
Yes.
How does it do it?
It's just there's a cable, and just it's very, very simple. So that as it expands, the cable will allow one or two clicks to keep the brakes adjusted out.
But why in reverse?
Because it's the way the brakes apply in reverse. It's opposite, so the shift will allow it to adjust.
And do a lot of cars have drums nowadays, or they mostly have discs?
Very few have them anymore. Yep.
Okay. So anyway, I hope the guy's still listening. And this is another mystery. We'll take it right after the break. But you know how you get in these newer cars and you press the button and the car starts instantly. I mean, you press the button, it starts. You press the button, it starts. This guy says the other day or a few days ago, it does an extra little before it starts. It starts still, but he used to get in, press the button, and it would go, right? Now he gets in, and it goes, So he just notices there's a tiny delay in starting, whereas it used to start immediately. We'll talk about that and more coming up. I'm Tom Martino. Don't forget, if you want a beautiful walk-in shower with Italian porcelain, turn that ugly tub shower combo into a beautiful walk-in shower. They do it in 2 or 3 days, 10 months, 1 year to pay with no interest, and they give you the guaranteed best value. RenewHomeInnovations.com, 303-904-2000.
March is here, and at Triple J Armory in Littleton, every shot counts. This month, it's full court confidence, where preparation meets performance. Hit the indoor range, sharpen your fundamentals, and train with instructors who know what it takes to perform. Whether you're new to shooting or training for the next rifle or pistol competition, March is the time to put in the reps. Check out the March training schedule and step onto the range today at Triple J Armory in Littleton. Triple J Armory. Confidence built here.
You know, it's not a small thing when a company lasts and does the test of time, especially when you're talking about like 65 years. That is really an incredible feat. But even more incredible is when it's under the same kind of ownership with the family Gravinas. You know, it's the only company that can boast that right now. Gravinas on 950 West Evans, started by the granddad, taken over by his son, and then taken over by his son. And Nick runs the place now. They have 50 lines of windows, multiple lines of siding and doors. They believe in great values, but more than that, heritage, to stand behind their warranties, because not only do you get a manufacturer's warranty, but they do installation warranties that you can count on. They've been on our referral list for 25 years. This is a company that's just here to stay. Gravinas, 303 Gravina, 303 Gravina, or gravinas.com.
They didn't have any issues at all at Denver.
People are crazy not to get TSA pre-check. Period.
Well, I was yelling at her about that because she's got to do a lot of flying this year. And so, yeah, Trent has it, her boyfriend, but then it turned out his expired. So I told her, you guys need to get that.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that.
I guess 5 years. It's good for 5 years.
I've never
clear. They're starting to use it. Some concerts.
Really? No, I mean, I didn't know. Trent's because she said, "Oh, Trent has it, so maybe you should get it too, and you two go together." But then we realized it was too late for her to get it. You know, so I could get it, but then maybe 6 weeks before they actually have the background check.
Reservation, I just get to put it on there, and they've never questioned it.
But she looked at his today, or they looked at it before they flew down and said apparently his expired. I thought it did expire.
Checks has a problem with your network here.
Oh, you just have a TSA number?
Because it's a suspicious network.
Yeah, that's
weird.
weird.
Yeah, so I got all the way, but I can't log in. I figured it was something like that. I'll just do it.
But
I created it. I got everything.
That's the only time when you're in reverse, when your rear brakes actually engage really fully anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, your rear brakes almost never used.
And they generate...
That's why I think when you got to back up to
They generate the report in minutes, and then you view it as a PDF.
But yeah, I would never... I'll do my own brakes, but I won't do drum brakes.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it. I want to see if there's anything. Yeah. I know I have some bank accounts from some online banks that I forgot who I even had.
I drive now, and I did the brakes.
And I know they're still out there.
Before I started backing up, I forgot to pump them a little bit. And I started pulling out of that garage, and started pumping it like crazy.
But I just got $1,000 from Colorado Payback, and I didn't see any banks on there.
Walmart sells brake pads now.
How old do you think
I don't know the quality, but yeah, they sell brake pads now.
Over 10.
Yeah, they won't be on your report anymore.
I think I had a credit. I'm pretty sure I have Sun Oil Credit Union out of Tulsa.
Okay, and you wanted to ask Kevin
this? I have a few $100 in it.
Trash can over there?
Okay, perfect.
And then the online bank was. It's not the one we just talked about. It's
to me, it's just.
I don't like online banks.
Oh, I would never use it.
I don't like it.
I would never. I want to go in.
Yeah.
Ask for a printout.
I don't know.
Get
I mean,
the paperwork,
I put them on the front
questions.
of my Camry.
I'll get free coffee.
I remember depositing something.
I didn't.
And
I thought I was
get
going to replace the rear ones too, but they're still
bank.
really thick, so I took them back.
Using online
But
banks for like 10 days. I was like, well, that's ridiculous.
They don't sell rotors though, so
I'll tell you the one that pissed me off is
But there's so much
my current bank. So the IRS owed me a shitload.
Yeah, how long will they last?
Well over 100,000.
But
less than
interest.
Yeah,
they just started selling.
Yeah. So I got the check from the IRS and I deposited in A and B. It's the bank I've used forever.
Yeah, I remember Brad. Yeah, I've learned that.
It's the only time I ever had a problem with it. It wasn't a big problem, but they held the check 10 days. And I was like, that's fucking crazy. It's the goddamn IRS. I mean, it's the fucking feds.
Oh, I know why. Because so many people get fraudulent tax refunds.
Oh, you're right.
These are totally
and they didn't hold it. The branch manager cleared it so it would be there instantly. Because basically I was writing it back to a different bank. But their back office said, "Fuck you, it's going to be 10 days."
It ruined my rotors.
I really like
Because,
Nicole.
I mean, I
She'll,
still get a lot of,
if anything's over a certain dollar amount, depending on what kind of account, she'll call us. She's just constantly. I wrote a check to our landscaper and made it out to cash because he's our landscaper. Of course, yeah. And she called instantly when he tried to cash it and goes, "Hey, I've got, Pedro down here." I kind of screwed with her at first. I said, "I have no idea who that is. If I were you, I'd call the police."
I forgot you can do that. I forgot you can make checks out to cash.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My business account at Chase, I'd take you up on that bet because there's no way you're going to get a check through. They have such a strong fraud,
You mean with your, I could do it right now. Send me your routing number and it's all you got to do is send me
I know exactly what you're saying.
I'll do $8.
Every ETF and every check has to be cleared before that'll go through.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I log on in the morning.
The account holder an option that
so you authorize it.
Yeah, he authorizes
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I didn't even know there.
Wealth.com. Denver's talk station. 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. We got a number of different problems, questions, and complaints going on. Let's go to the phones. Charles has a question for Kevin, and then we'll go to Jay. Charles, go ahead. What's going on?
Hi, Kevin. Hi, Tom.
Hey,
Tom. You've helped me before in the past. Anyway, this. I talked to you at your shop, or you, about a week or two ago, about my 2004 Mercury Mountaineer. It's my wife's, even though we just got divorced and I'm moving separate with her. But I'm taking my car and she's keeping hers. But on the Mountaineer, we had a different column put on it one time because somebody had broke in it, and so we had a different used column put on it by CarStar or whatever. And then that's a couple years ago. But we just parked it. We never. But then all of a sudden, when we started driving it, when you turn it off, when you turn the car off, you can't get the key out unless you unhook the battery.
What?
And I think you said if I bring it to you, you can't. It won't come. You unhook the battery and the key comes right out. And then you got to, and then if you do it again, you got to start it going. Whenever you stop, you can't pull the key out unless you get out and unhook the battery. And so I asked Kevin about
that's
it.
Instead of anti-theft, that's like a steal me system.
Yeah. It's got a switch on the brake. You're supposed to step on the brake and then turn.
The key won't come out.
Yeah, so what's locking that key in, though, Kevin? I've never heard of anything where a key is locked in.
Oh, yeah, there's all kinds like that. On this one, I think it's got a switch on the brake pedal. So when you shut it off in gear, you turn it off, pull the key out with your foot on the brake. And there's something in that switch wasn't hooked up or something, more than likely.
Okay, I'm going to bring it. Are you Monday through Friday?
Yes, sir.
Monday through Friday?
Yes, sir.
Or are you open on Saturday?
No, Monday through Friday.
Hey.
Are you open?
I have a question to ask. I have a good question to ask. How did you discover that, caller Charles? In other words, who would think my key's not coming out? I need to disconnect the battery. I mean, who thinks of that?
Good question.
How did you discover that?
You know why? Because she couldn't get the key out, and I didn't want nobody to steal the car.
Oh.
So what I did is I opened up the hood, and I unhooked. When I unhooked the battery, the key came out. And so that's how I figured it out. I said, well, so I didn't want nobody to steal it if you can't get the key out. And I said, what the heck? And so that's how we found that out. And then every time it just does that. So and I think Kevin said he'll diagnose it for 180-something. And if he can figure it out during the diagnosis, he'll let me know.
I do need to ask.
Yeah,
I do need to ask Kevin. Kevin, what is actually, the key goes in, but what's holding on to the key? Is it magnetism? I mean, what would be actually holding the key in there?
It's just a solenoid that it keeps your key from falling out.
Okay.
Just a safety type thing. So, yeah, it's not very common anymore, but, in the mid-'90s, there was a bunch of them, different ones. You had a little lever you may have to push to unlock the key all the way, or a couple different ways of taking the key out.
Yeah, I remember those.
Yep.
So I'm going to try you said you're only open Monday through Friday?
Yes, sir. Yeah, you need to pick a day. You just need to pick a day and leave it for the day.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Because right now I live way over in Jordan, off of Jordan and Rapo. I live by the Kimmer transmission, but I took it over there, and he said he couldn't figure that out, and he wouldn't. So that's why he told me to
cool.
to call you.
Yep,
All
I
right,
just need a little
Charles,
time.
take it over to Sheridan Autotech, bro. I want to go
What
to
an odd question.
Yeah, I want to go to Jay, who has a comment on brakes. Go ahead, Jay. What's happening?
Hey, Tom, real quickly, I'm the guy with the keys that won't come out.
Yes.
The most often what I found is the full switch on the side of the transmission. When you put it in park, it releases the key once the engine's shut off. And if that doesn't tell the computer you're in park, it's like putting it in drive. You shut the key off as far as it'll go. It will not release it until you put the lever up in park. So that's another common problem. With brakes, it drives me nuts. The drum brake situation. The actual procedure, other than jacking your car up and doing it manually with the brake spoon on the old disc brakes, is you go forward and you hit the brake pretty hard to expand them as far as they'll go, which extends the cable as far as it's going to. Then you go backwards and do it again, and forwards and do it again, and backwards and do it again. But it, for some reason, morphed into go backwards and slam your brakes. And it drives me crazy.
Really?
Because it's doing the same thing, both frontwards and backwards, exactly.
Okay. But these, that's, I mean, I don't think a lot of people know how to do that. I mean, is it in the owner's manual that tells you how to do it?
The owner's manual probably tells you to jack it up, tighten it until you feel resistance, push on the pedal, tighten it until you get resistance, and then back it off pretty quick, something like that. But the quicker, easier,
right,
your wife how to bring your brake pedal up a little is forward, backward, and make sure you hit them pretty hard to extend the brakes as far as they can.
Thank you, Jay. Appreciate it. Hey, Kevin, what about that guy that said, I don't know if it's a guy or gal, that says when they started their car, it would start instantly. And just the last few days, it's been doing an extra cycle of yin, 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 you know, as opposed to boom, like that. I hope my sound effects.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
First thing that comes to mind is the fuel's draining down, or maybe the fuel filter's plugging up or something, because it's taking a little bit longer for the fuel to prime to start. That's the first thing that comes to mind.
All right. Why? Let me ask you something. On these new starts, I call them, you know, where the fob is there, you press the button, and they start so quickly. Are starters just that much better nowadays? I mean, it used to be, back in the day, no matter what, you would have somewhat of a, you know what I mean? It's almost like instant on nowadays. Is it just because they're that much better?
Well, they are, and there's a whole lot more amps in the batteries and everything else. And then you have a different level of batteries in most of these newer cars. The AMGs have a whole different platform, so there's just a lot more power available for short periods of time as well.
Okay, got it. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Someone wants to know about motorcycle. And they want to know, Kevin, do you ever handle electrics on a motorcycle?
No,
okay.
I don't.
So you just don't do them at all. Now, since you already do electrical issues, are you going to get into electric cars eventually, or?
Oh yeah, and we are. We're toying with a lot of different systems now. You know, just waiting to make sure that which way they're all going to go, because they keep changing so much.
Yeah, and there really aren't a lot of standards for electric cars right now. They're all over. Like you said, I mean, you may have to get different equipment for different manufacturers. They don't have those ports, do they? Those data ports like regular cars?
The OBD, yeah, they do.
They do?
You know, there's diagnostic ports, yeah, but the information's completely different. And that's mostly on the hybrids.
Okay.
Because you still have a gasoline engine.
Got it. Okay. We got more coming up. I'm Tom Martino, 303-MARTINO, 303-627-8466.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver, an iHeart radio station. Ryan Schuling, mornings at 6. Dan Kaplis, afternoons at 4. This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW. Now, Impact Traffic.
Crash on I-70 eastbound approaching Steel Street and Vasquez with 2 left main lines blocked. Looks like the express lane is getting by as well as right lanes. We're seeing some pretty significant stop and go back from I-25, adding a couple minutes to your commute. I-70 westbound slow at Steel Street as well. No word of an accident there. We might just be responding to the accident on eastbound lane. With traffic, I'm Mark Swan.
This report is sponsored by The Rogue Recap with Linda McLaughlin.
Hey, if you're looking for news you can't get anywhere else, then you're a lot like me. I started The Rogue Recap because I wanted to talk about things I just wasn't hearing. So join me on my podcast, Rogue Recap with Linda McLaughlin, anywhere you listen to podcasts. Can't wait to see you there.
You know, if you tried to be a landlord in Denver, boy, would you have a headache. First of all, the prices are outrageous. You have to charge too much for rent, and the laws right now are crazy. But there are markets around the country where it's really good to be a landlord. You can make plenty of money from the equity. The rents are strong. The economy's strong. Vestera Turnkey made it their business to research these markets and then to help people become landlords. In fact, they hold your hand through the whole process. If you want to find out more about the Vestera Turnkey process, go to the webinar. Well, not go. You can just tune into the webinar tomorrow morning at 10. And here's how you sign up. They want you to sign up to get the link, mybiggestruturn.com, mybiggestruturn.com, and then I'll see you in the morning at 10 from your home or office, mybiggestruturn.com.
The mountain coaster's already completely out of the snow right now. It's up there on, I didn't even know it existed until this year.
I like that area, though. I like Breck.
That's
There's
fine.
a great brewery up there by the Whole Foods.
We got some beers from, is it High? What is it? Susan's telling me about it. And the pizza place had some of their beer last night, so it was really good.
Oh, yeah. What's the name of that pizza place?
We went to a new one last night. It's only been open there for like maybe a year. Rotolo's?
I haven't.
Really good. Really good.
I can't. North Side Pizza. Or
Okay.
South, North Side. North Side.
Okay, we haven't been there. We've been to Tim Clayton and this other one, but I knew I was getting pizza today, so we had their pasta last night.
I was thinking, what the hell is the name of that brewery, though? It's not Broken Compass.
Evolution is the name of the brakes that they're selling. I don't know if you know that brand.
What's the name of the
They got free whiskey tasting if you do that at the...
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to go by there. Oh, okay.
That's really... Some of the best mixed drinks I have ever had in my life is at Breckenridge.
You know what? I was wanting to go do some of that stuff, and I just, honestly, come 8 o'clock at night lately, since we went up here, I'm ready for bed.
That's funny.
I'm just too damn old for this stuff anymore. My son last night, though, because, watching the Razorback game and stuff, and we're at the restaurant, and he's like, Dad, I really want to drink a beer. I'm like, well, you should have got your fake. So I asked the waiter, I said, because he didn't card my daughter. Everybody cards my daughter. And because she looks so young, but she's 24. But he didn't card any of us. And then he walked up to the boys' tables, and they're all 19, not quite 20 yet. And he's like, what do y'all want to drink? He thought, man, I think I probably could have ordered one. I said, you could have tried. All I'm going to tell you is no. And he was all just up, like, oh, I really want a beer. And
my son got one of his first beers at a restaurant was in Breckenridge, and it was at a Mexican place that's upstairs. I can picture where it is. I don't know how to explain it. And it was on, what's the big Mexican holiday they party on?
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
It was literally on Cinco de Mayo. What is that, May 5th, May 11th? 5th.
Cinco de Mayo, May 5th.
Yeah. So we're there.
That's the actual day.
You sure it's not on the 11th?
Yeah.
He just walked right up to the bar and said, I want a Corona. And they just gave him a fucking Corona. I was like, son of a bitch.
Dennis was up in arms, so I waiter walked by and I said, hey, listen, I'm his dad. He left his wallet at the condo. He's 21, born in 2004, and he's like, yeah, he'll need an ID. I thought I'd ask,
Yeah.
But no dice.
I don't know why they want to do this. This is the same brake kit in Napa AutoZone and Walmart. Why do they want to beat it by double?
What do you mean?
They're starting to sell brakes and stuff.
We sell brakes at Walmart now.
Walmart now, the Power Stop.
What do you mean? You guys will do a brake job?
No, we have brake. You can buy brake pads. You ain't going to get a brake job there.
You can order rotors and pads and stuff.
Only not in store though.
But we have brake pads in store now.
You have brake pads in fucking
that's
store.
what's in my car. On my car now, I got a 2013
They're not a bad
Camry.
brand. It's a power stop. But my point is, AutoZone and Napa sell this kit for $397. 4 rotors, slotted rotors, and 2 sets of pads. It's not bad. $152
at Walmart.
Yeah. Why would you want it to be half the price of everybody else?
Sell more.
Well, how about you sell as much by being $100 less?
Is that is it sold by Walmart, or is that one of our third party? You click on it.
That's insane. I never would have thought to go to Walmart for brake pads ever.
I started seeing Toyota brand oil filters in their stores a few years ago, and then and now that I use Ford oil filters, they sell my filter. It's a Motorcraft 820S.
Wow. And then they're offering free shipping on a
$87.79. EuroPlumbingColorado.com has the lowest prices guaranteed.
Hello, Tom Martino here. I have Kevin Calkin from Sheridan Auto Tech. We have a friend in from Arkansas who listens to the show for many, many years, Brian Morrison, and he's in the studio. And welcome. I do have some. One guy said he had something similar happen to him, where his car would quit or the engine light came on when it was raining, and he said he had a cracked coil and moisture was getting in. Does that make sense, Kevin?
Oh yeah, any component with water intrusion, cars don't like water at all. It's all a problem.
Okay, and then the other one was here. My radio turns on by itself and the lights flicker every once in a while, and they don't know why. So it's only intermittent. What do you think it is? Couldn't a loose ground do that, Kevin?
Well, yeah, but it's got to be something internal in the radio. If you turn your radio off, there's nothing on the external that's going to turn it on unless you have a bad switch.
Why would lights flicker, though? That's what I don't understand.
That I don't know. Yeah, that I don't know. That's a weird one.
So what would you do? Do you have analyzer? How do you do electrical problems like that? You just check one system at a time?
Yeah, you have powers and grounds. So, I mean, what is lacking or what's available or, whatever light's flickering, you put a meter on and you see, are you losing your ground? Are you losing power? What are you losing? What's flickering when the light flickers?
Okay. Again, I'm parsing through these, so it takes me a while. But this one basically is talking about a temperature gauge that it goes into the red only for a few seconds and drops back down. I would say that's not temperature. I would say that's the gauge or the sensor, wouldn't you?
I wouldn't take a chance. I would have it checked to make sure, because heat's a terrible thing for an engine.
But temperatures can't spike and cool off that fast, right?
If he's got a sticky thermostat and it's taking it that long to open, to where it gets too hot before it opens, and then you get a rush of cold water, it's possible. I'd verify that.
Tom,
Kevin, I got one for you.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tom. Go ahead. My father-in-law's truck, before we donated it, every time I opened the door, the windshield wipers would turn on. No key ignition.
Really?
They turn on or just cycle once?
No, they'd go on for about 4 or 5 times.
And then they would not go on after that. They would just do it for the first few minutes or first few seconds.
Yeah, but then if you were driving it and then it started raining, getting them to come on, you really had to twist and twiggle that little switch quite a bit. It was just the weirdest thing. But even with the ignition, no key in ignition, they would turn on.
That's totally weird.
Yeah, we donated it.
Yep.
Now, this guy's steering wheel shakes at 65 only. As soon as he gets to 67 or 68, it stops, or below 65. What would cause one particular speed to shake a steering wheel?
First thing that comes to mind is a tire balance. I don't know if they've been balanced
That's what somebody
recently.
told him, that it could be a wheel imbalance.
Yep, that's my first guess.
And what if when it happens when braking? That's warped rotors, right?
Correct. I agree. Yes.
Okay. How much? I was quoted $3,500 for a timing belt. Is that too much? Basically, that's what they want. What's that?
What kind of car?
Oh, he doesn't say. He doesn't say. Yeah. He said his pickup truck or whatever. I mean,
yeah, he can call the shop and they'll give him a quote. You know, I would get a second opinion, get a quote.
Oh, I know this one. What is he has some kind of sweet odor in the car. He didn't spill anything. Isn't that coolant when that happens? You have couldn't you have a leaky coolant?
A head gasket. Unless you're Dimitri. He has his own
It's Dimitri's signature smell.
And these are weird, man.
No, not a head gasket, but a heater core, Tom.
Oh,
the heater core is in the dash. That's where you get the hot air from, and it's blowing as it blows the air through. It's pulling the antifreeze through with the leak.
I love how these. I got this hopper I can put my emails in. I don't have to read a lot of crap. But anyway, my car has problems starting right after I get gas, but then it works itself out. And it doesn't matter where they get gas from. So that's weird. I mean, if you filled up and your car has a problem starting for a few times after you get gas, right? Just a few times.
Yep.
And then it straightens out and it works fine. What would cause that for the first few times?
Overfilling. You know, if you sit there and click it when it shuts off, trying to get that last $1 or $2 in there for whatever reason. Your canister can get overly contaminated with fuel, and it has to cycle back to the gas tank. So now you have too much fuel in all the systems. So let it, just be done when it clicks. Don't put any more in and try that.
Okay, 303-713-TALK is our number, 713-8255. So we have basically our car expert today, but we're taking any and all calls. And one thing I really wanted to get to, and I didn't really get a chance to, but they did this is something I find almost shocking to believe. Wallet Hub, which, by the way, is a really good site for financial information. It's called Wallet Hub, okay? And they did a survey of work-related stress, money-related stress, family-related stress, and health and safety. And Mark, I think this is going to be of particular interest to you. Do you know what the number one state was for the most stress? I found it shocking. Now I haven't spent a lot of time there, but it certainly I did not believe that, like, the top 10 shocked me. The top 10 related places with stress. Okay.
New Jersey.
No, not really. I'm going to tell you, Louisiana.
Oh.
Isn't that weird? Wait a minute.
I thought they were laid back.
In Slidell, they're laid back.
Yeah. And Louisiana has a stress score. They're giving it a number arbitrarily, but they go through and give each category work and money. They're most stressed about family-related matters, least stressed about work, but they have a higher stress factor than most. And I really find this weird that they would be one of the most stressed out states, followed by Kentucky, and then New Mexico, West Virginia, Arkansas. Hey, Arkansas is number 5. Arkansas, what does our guest think about that? What the heck? Arkansas is stressed about, again, these states, the work-related stress in Arkansas is real high, and also family-related stress. Health and safety, they're pretty happy with. What do you think? You're from Arkansas. What do you think? Is it a stressful state? Do you think?
No, I think they're not in Northwest Arkansas where I'm at. But no, I think that if you go further south, down in Little Rock, and further south down that, it gets a lot different of a state once you get out of those areas. But I think in the area we're in.
Now, as I remember, I went to Arkansas a few times. Is there a place, or am I remembering this wrong? Is there a place called Toad Suck, Arkansas?
Toadsuck, Arkansas, down near Hot Springs. Absolutely. I used to work for a lady that was from that area.
Can you imagine? I thought it was a joke. Can you imagine living in Toadsuck?
It's not far from Hope, Arkansas, where that one ex-president was originally from.
Clinton, baby.
Toadsuck. Well, how the hell does a place get a name like Toadsuck? That's what I want to know. Anyway, we got more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show, 303-713-8255.
Now, impact traffic.
A crash on I-70 eastbound approaching Steel Street and Vasquez with two left main lines blocked. Looks like the express lane is getting by as well as right lanes. We're seeing some pretty significant stop and go back from I-25, adding a couple minutes to your commute. I-70 westbound slow at Steel Street as well. No word of an accident there. We might just be responding to the accident on eastbound lane. With traffic, I'm Mark Swan.
This report is sponsored by the Our American Stories podcast.
This is Monty Montgomery, the producer of Our American Stories. In our next episode, we'll share the story of the Black Medal of Honor recipient who bombed his own hideout to save the lives of his compatriots. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
Hey, do you want countertops, whether you want natural stone or man-made material? We love the art of granite, not just for the quality of products, but for the prices. Do you know you pay wholesale on all countertop materials, and tear out and haul away is free? What they charge is a small markup on the installation and the fabrication, and you have great deals. Find out for yourself. TheArtOfGranite.com, 303-386-5919. TheArtOfGranite.com.
Caller. Yep, no name. Yeah. Why not North Carolina?
Exit 119. Where is that?
What?
No name.
No name?
Yeah. Like I-70 or?
I can't remember.
No, it's. Oh, wait a minute. It looks like it's really close by, actually.
I swear I've seen that sign.
I've seen it before, yeah.
Yeah, it's.
No name, Colorado.
It's 127 miles from here.
Yeah, it's on the way to.
Right off I-70.
Okay. That's where I've seen it then, off I-70. Why, Arizona?
Okay, so it's right over by Glenwood Springs.
Okay.
Before you get to.
Oh, that's probably why I've seen it.
Oh, it's way out there.
Peculiar, Missouri. Climax, Michigan. Oh, here's a good one, too. Nameless, Tennessee. There should be like stupid as fuck, Mississippi. Here's one called ZZYZX.
Where's that?
I don't know. California.
Of course.
It's in the California desert. Blue Ball, Pennsylvania. That's pretty good. Satan's Kingdom, Massachusetts.
Satan's Kingdom?
And then the number one southern one is Toadsuck.
Yep.
Booger Hole. Ugh. Booger Hole, West Virginia.
You're full of crap.
Booger Holler.
There's Intercourse, Pennsylvania.
Yep. Two Egg, Florida.
Mark, where are you getting these names?
Sleepy Eye, Minnesota. That's kind of cool. Yeah, ZZYZX, California.
Oh, no, Toadsuck, I thought it was down further south. It's not far from Conway, which is just above Little Rock. I totally screwed that up.
Unalaska, Alaska.
What is that thing where you lick the frog and you get high or something? Is that what Toadsuck is?
That's a real deal.
No, I know. I was wondering if that's...
Yeah, I just want to meet the guy that first tried it.
Yeah, what the hell were you thinking?
Yeah, it lives along the Colorado River down in California.
What is it, cane toads or what kind of toad? Or
Incilius something. It's Incilius something. I forgot the second word of its Latin name. But yeah, it's kind of this big brown toad, and you lick it between its eyes.
Mm-hmm. They just secrete something.
And you get a buzz, right?
Hallucination.
No, it's actually a hallucinogen.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Can you OD and die?
I don't know. Dogs do.
How much you have to lick the toad?
You got to eat the frog to die.
Yeah.
Now, raccoons have developed an interesting way of eating those toads. They'll grab them by one of their rear legs, drag them out of the water, turn it upside down,
just eat
the belly inward. So the raccoons have really figured it out. Let me see. Now I need to look up to see what that toad is called. Ancilius.
Silicitis.
Why? And it's a really common one.
Silly.
Yeah, it lives along the Colorado River. Ancilius alvarius.
That's the name of the frog?
No, it's the toad.
Or the toad? Yeah, there it is. Ancilius alvarius. And the cane toad.
So it is a cane toad, yeah.
Well,
the Nancy Guthrie
no, it's Ancilius alvarius.
No, it didn't need to be.
And I said, and the cane toad. They both are known for
2 different toads.
Yeah, 2 different toads. But they both get you tripping.
The cane toad is Ranilia marina.
The chemical composition. The toll.
On Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Hey, Dimitri, somebody said they were driving and didn't get a chance to write down or to copy down the information. Wait. I was driving and missed how to block or freeze bank accounts. I don't think that's what you said, freezing bank accounts, but we all know about credit freezes on all the credit reporting agencies. And if you put a freeze on your account, no one can open up an account because they can't do a credit report unless you give them the PIN number and unlock it. But you were talking about something else called checks, right?
Yeah, CHEX.
What is that?
It's a service that the banks use to verify you'd open a new account. You can freeze your information there, and then nobody can open a new account.
I signed up for it during the show.
Yeah, Dimitri was talking about it. Yeah,
yeah, Tom. It's just like a credit. It is a credit reporting agency, but unlike keeping track of the consumer's credit, this particular one keeps track of the consumer's banking behavior.
So when you go to a bank and you can't get approved because you bounced a bunch of checks at your last bank, this service would be part of that.
Yeah, so exactly. If you put a freeze on it, no one can open up an account in your name is what you're saying.
That's correct, because all the banks I've ever dealt with have always run a checks report on me.
Okay, so how do you get the report? That's what he wants to know.
Oh, so, well, what I did is I went to their website one night and I just registered on their website, just like Mark did, a few minutes ago.
What's
the website? Google
checks,
CHEX systems.
Okay. Check systems.
It's checksystems.com.
And it's super easy. It only took a few minutes to register. They somehow verified that I am who I am. And within a few minutes of that, I was able to request my checks report.
Like, hold on. I'm logged into it right now. What's your social?
You have to register first, right? You have to register to get a login.
Yeah, and you go through all these steps about proving your identity, kind of like, what was the name of your first car? What street was next to your high school? Like that kind of stuff.
Don't you find those questions weird? Because a lot of them...
I find them totally weird. I fail a lot of them because I don't remember stuff.
Most of them that I answer, it'll be like, what phone number can you associate with?
Right.
And there'll be like 3 phone numbers, then none of the above. It's almost all the time none of the above.
I mean, though, I truly mean it. I mean, they say, what car did you lease or buy back in the day? I mean, it was so many years ago.
It really asked me today on Check System. It said, what town do you associate with 1987?
Wow. What was the answer?
It was Voorhees, New Jersey.
Okay.
But I mean, it was crazy. I'm like, wow, that is really specific.
Huh.
My daughter was setting up an ID.me to verify for, like passport or something like that. It asked a question about her uncle, my brother, who had passed away when she was like 4, about a street that he had lived on.
And you happened to be there to know it?
She called me. It's like, hey, what did, send me the question.
That's
I'm like,
crazy.
Even I don't know.
Yeah.
Or what addresses have you been associated with? And some of these addresses I don't recognize at all. And I guess they expect people to know all of that stuff.
It'd be funny if it was the house he was in now.
Oh, that's fun. Anyway, so on that state thing, doggone it, I wanted to bring it up. Colorado is ranked 28, right in the middle, almost, right? And what I don't understand is how, like New York and New Jersey, they're not that stressed compared to these states, Louisiana, Kentucky, New Mexico, West Virginia, and Arkansas. The top 5, that shocks me.
Those sound like pretty poor states in general, though. It might all come down to socioeconomics.
Yeah, it does, Mark, because you have Oklahoma, you have Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee. Then you get into California is like the 12th most stressed state. Wyoming is 13th. These I really do find these surprising. New York is number 18. And so they're saying that basically, well, yeah, New York is more stressed than Colorado. I can see that for sure. Ohio is number 27 right behind us.
Well, what's weird, though, if you think there's a hell of a big difference, and you know this, growing up upstate New York, like, Catskills or Albany, compared to the Bronx, I mean, it's a whole different way of life.
Yeah, and now if you
look they lump everything into one state.
Now, if you look at things just for money, Minnesota is the number one stressor for money and jobs. By the way, we really appreciate having you along for the ride today. Kevin Calkins, Sheridan, Autotech.com, 303-455-7242. And don't forget, 303 Martino for help, information, and referrals always, and referralist.com.